Come on,
We may be live. You may be right. Oh, I think
or
we
you
are.
may be wrong. Yeah, I just got a bunch of notifications.
Notifications galore. We are live right here, episode 152. Snarf Talk a little later than usual because
baseball
season, and that's why we've been missing some weeks here.
It's
like a nonstop baseball season, and me and Jerry are coaches, and he's in 2 leagues, and I am in 2.
This
actually,
whole 2 league thing.
You're in 2 leagues for one league for another.
Yes,
and I'm in 1 league for one and 1 league for softball too.
Correct.
So it's
just a lot.
It's complicated.
It's every day. It's nonstop.
If I had a relationship status with my life, it would be
that's what you'd put on
with,
Facebook
with the podcast.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
It's complicated right now. Okay, don't ask me questions, but I want you to ask me questions because I just put on. It's complicated.
I'd have like an AOL away message.
Yeah. An away message?
Yeah, it'd be like, I'm away from the podcast right now.
Oh, I get it.
They should have AOL away style away messages for text messages.
I think, well, you can do that like when somebody calls you. You can like end it and give them
you should be able to set on your phone to automatically respond with a text message like, I'm away from my phone. I need time away from electronics.
Like, I think there is.
It would be good for our
I think there is. If you put it on
well-being.
Because you can put your phone on like do not bother me, and I think it gives them a message like that.
Well,
I'm pretty sure. You just never looked into it.
Dirk's with us. Hey-o, Dirk. Oh,
Hey-o.
no. Our stream is stopped.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah. Come on. Whoa. No.
What is going on?
I was looking at the beginning of our show, but
we did it. We're Dirk is with us. Hey-o, Dirk. We are a little bit jumpy, so hopefully it doesn't continue.
You better get that fixed.
I can't do anything about it. Guys, we have a big show because we have a bunch of reviews of stuff we've been watching, movies we've seen, what we've been watching. We have potentially some new Comic Wednesday stuff going on. We got news, and we also have some
Snarf announcements.
Snarf announcement number one being, listen, guys, you got like 1 month, like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Until the end of the Snarf Talk coloring contest.
Yes.
And you definitely want to be a part of it because you can win a $50 gift card. And I'm going to tell you what, right now, there is not a lot of competition because we haven't got a lot of entries.
No, there's the adult side of things, 13 and above. And then there's the kids side of things, up to 12, right?
Yes.
And everybody wins. So your kids can win a $50 gift card, $25 gift card, and the adults can win a $50 gift card plus stickers. We got new stickers too that we're gonna hand out. You've got until the beginning of July. We do have some entries for the kids.
Yeah, we have entries, international entries.
International entries.
Snarf Talk Podcast is an international podcast. I don't know if you're aware of that.
A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people think I'm joking when I tell them, but we really are. We're all over the world.
Absolutely. And we have already, like within a week. We had, I think it was, you said 2, but I think there was 4.
There could have been.
Or there might have been doubles. I'm not sure. There was but somewhere between 2 to 4 entries from the great country of India.
Yeah. And just think of
Mahatma Gandhi.
Was that?
It was his grandson.
It was his grandson. I know that, but that was his name? I didn't remember it.
No, that's the name of Gandhi. The famous.
I thought you were saying that I thought you said that's the guy's name that sent us.
Dumb Americans.
No, I knew that, but I was too involved with the people.
This is why people hate America.
Yeah, and me. Just mainly.
Look at the guy up there with his camo hat. He thinks all Indians are called Mahatma Gandhi.
What? With your collared shirt, you think you know everything? Huh? Man.
Thank you to the country of India.
Yes, thank you.
For your support and your love.
And for Gandhi.
Peacefulness.
Yeah.
Pacificity.
He was into fasting. You're giving me all sorts of crap about fasting earlier.
But we're not fasting tonight.
Well, you screwed it up for
as
me.
the podcast goes on tonight, we're doing a little tasting.
Another one. I'm not looking forward to it. It's another one of these
Hold on, don't
darn seltzers.
We are doing Bud Light Seltzer Hard soda variety pack.
I mean, honestly, this is probably the one I will most enjoy, I think. Just looking at the flavors
there
and
are
thinking
4
about
flavors.
It.
We're going to go blind on them. You guys just saw, but I really haven't looked. We're going to start it off strong right now with a little, while we do the news, because the Snarf announcements are done, right?
Yeah.
Coloring contest. Go to snarftalk.com/coloring, and you can download the coloring thing. All you got to do is print it out, color it, or you can do it digitally on your computer.
However,
and email it back to us, and we will pick the winner.
Yeah. Scan it with your phone or any type of scanning app, or if you have a scan, like an actual scanner at home, use that, email it back to us.
Our first entry into our tasting tonight
Orange soda.
is Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Orange Soda. Are you an orange soda fanatic?
I do like orange sodas.
Who doesn't?
And I tell you what, this smells delightful. It smells like a creamsicle.
Oh my god, that smells.
Or an orange-sicle.
No, you know what it smells like?
Dreamsicle.
It smells like the orange
sherbet.
No, just stop.
Sherbet.
It smells like the Mexican orange drink. That orange pop you get in Mexico.
Well, oh yeah, because I've done that a lot, Chris.
Well, they have it at
I
any
just
Mexican
gallivant
restaurant.
around Mexico like you do.
It's called
I
Jarritos.
just fly to Mexico and hang out with my friend that has houses around. That's what I did.
He actually has a 6-person airplane. We flew to Cuba once.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's what I do. Ooh, with my orange sodies.
Wow. That's interesting. It tastes kind of like an overly sweet, like artificially sweetened orange juice. Doesn't really taste like soda.
Hang on.
It's definitely not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
It's got an alcoholic tinge.
It did when I just did this. Definite
It
alcohol
kind of tastes
flavor.
like almost a vodka.
I like it. I like the orange flavor up front, but it is too sweet, I think.
Well, it's not that it's too sweet. It is very
just got
sweet.
that-
It's got a very metallic artificial sweetener taste.
Where it coats your tongue.
But it does taste like a vodka orange crush.
Yeah,
Diet orange crush with vodka. Kind of tastes like that.
I agree.
It is not bad.
No,
This would be very refreshing on
it would be deadly in the morning
a hard summer's night
or at night
after you've been
or even during the day.
breaking boulders all day long with a pickaxe.
Chopping rocks.
Chopping those
Just
rocks.
chopping rocks.
Just chopping rocks.
That's what I did today. Chop some rocks. So I went and grabbed me a
I'm
Bud
wrong.
Light
It
seltzer.
would not be good after chopping rocks, but it would be good in the morning.
Only the manliest of men would grab a Bud Light
Jerry.
seltzer after done.
Go chop rocks.
I've been chopping rocks. Honey, throw me a seltzer. Hard soda. Orange variety.
I could drink that on a boat.
Yeah.
On a boat, maybe. In a
box.
in a champagne flute.
Yeah. I could drink this in a box on the rocks
Ooh.
with a fox.
Anyway, baseball. We had like a wicked overtime, not extra innings.
Heck of a game. Overtime. Yep. Overtime.
Extra innings. Unfortunately, we lost by 1 run.
1 run. But we had beat this team once before by 1 run.
Such a close game.
They got one back from us.
High-scoring game.
Yeah. It was fun to watch.
Hits all around the roster.
The best thing I saw tonight was that people or the kids were like actually engaged.
Yeah,
they were very engaged. They were. It's a slow process for them. Like in the beginning, it's always a little bit slower. They're always a little hesitant. But then once the game goes on, they really got involved and they did a good job tonight. I think that was the best played game we've had in the season.
I agree. I don't know if this is growing on me or I'm growing apart from it.
You know, that's always the question. Are we getting closer or further away right now? I don't know.
I don't know. It's all about like relativity, right? It's the theory of relativity.
Exactly.
The speed.
If I ever thought of anything about a hard soda, it's the theory of relativity.
Speed and time depends on your position of observation, right?
You're above me. I don't know.
I have no idea.
You're just.
I don't even know if that's right.
I have no idea. I don't know if it's right either. Are we getting any comments by any means?
Dirk said
Dirk.
after busting down clods. I've been busting clods.
You are a clod buster.
I'm a clod buster.
You had a whole spring. Was it last year or the year before where you were just busting clods?
Yeah, dude.
You were out there getting all sorts of different implements just to bust the clod.
I like to bust a clod or two.
I love hearing about you busting clods. You know,
I do know.
If there's anything I like to do on a Thursday night, sit back in front of a fire.
Enjoy a
hard orange soda.
And bust some clods.
And listen to you about busting your clods.
We busted some clods in your yard once.
We did. I drug you around on a pallet. That was a hell of a day.
Busted clods.
You were physically busting the clods.
That was some real dirty beer in that cloud of smoke.
Yeah. Well, you had a beer, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I literally drug Chris around on a pallet in my yard to level it. This is before any grass was there, obviously. We seeded it.
It was after we seeded it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there was no grass around.
So I seeded the yard with my cedar, my brother-in-law's cedar, actually. But the ground was so hard.
It's pretty
the
dry.
Cedar would, and this cedar doesn't really penetrate a lot, but it drops the cedar and kind of rolls it in.
Yeah.
But it would not. It was like concrete.
Yeah. It was a hard clay.
Yeah. So we spread the seed out, and then Jerry just drove around on his Polaris, pulling me behind a pallet, and I was sitting on the pallet for weight.
With cinder blocks. You were like sitting on cinder blocks on the pallet.
Yeah.
Worked great. I tell you what. If you guys need anything leveled, put Chris on a pallet. That's all you got to do.
Tell you what, that's how you do it. That's
pretty good. Okay, so we're going into news now, right?
Oh, no, I have a Snarf recommends.
Okay. Recommend it.
Snarf recommends. This is a segment where we recommend things. And my recommendation would be a wonderful restaurant that I have been going to for years, but has recently revamped their style.
They have?
Revamped their offerings, revamped their menu, revamped their whole essence. Jerry.
Is it called Revamped?
No, it's called Sherwood Oaks. I'm going to tell you what. You're shaking your head.
I've been there.
Have you been there recently?
Yes.
They completely redid the inside.
Yeah, the inside is completely changed.
They have a coffee bar now.
Well, I haven't seen that.
They have iced coffee flights. So they have 4 different flavors of iced coffee you can order as a flight.
Is this only in the morning?
No, all day long. They have milkshake flights, and they're the fancy milkshakes with all the shit on top of them.
Is that why the boys were in the yard?
In mason jars. Huh?
They're milkshakes.
He's going to be here all day.
Brought
they have
the boys
fancy milkshakes and a milkshake flight. They have, in the mornings until noon, they have a make-your-own waffle bar.
Are you serious?
With waffles, candy, all kinds of things to put on the waffles, like a breakfast buffet. And then after that, for lunch and dinner, they have a salad bar now.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that. Where's it at? Where do they put it?
It's right up by the kitchen.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I mean, I've always liked the place. It's kind of
I love a good
standard Greek diner, right? It's not the top of the tier, but it's not the worst. It's just kind of like level.
Very level. It would never changes. And it's never been one of my favorites in town. I would always go to Morris Diner.
Morris Diner is by far my favorite. Morris Pancake House.
Pancake House, yeah.
It's by far my favorite.
But they close at 3.
They close so early. You
I don't
can't have dinner there.
I don't understand it. And that's always been my argument is that I want to go there for dinner and breakfast. Nothing else.
Right.
Those are the only 2 things I want for me.
Lunch is good too.
I very rarely go.
Get yourself a BLT club.
But I very rarely go there for lunch, like either places. It's either breakfast or dinner. And
I'm going to tell you what, slowly
but surely,
Sherwood Oaks is overtaking. It's becoming my favorite, especially with this new offering.
I'm going to have to go there, especially with a salad bar. I like
iced
a good
coffee
salad
flights, man, and specialty coffee drinks.
So do you do it or you ask for it? Like you ask the waitress for it?
No, it's on the menu. It's like, yeah, it's like 10. They have them, yeah. Or you can just go right in the front door.
So I've been there recently, but none of that was there.
I've been there recently too. It's all brand new.
Yeah, they changed a lot then. That's awesome. Clayton's does have a good breakfast. I've never had it, but I've heard it's really good.
I mean,
what?
I haven't had it either.
But they're open early. They open at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I was not aware of this until just recently. And then everybody tells me they got a good breakfast. But that's not what we're recommending here, folks.
We're recommending Sherwood Oaks. I hate to recommend it because everybody will go there, and it's already crowded all the time anyway.
It really is crowded all the time.
Very crowded.
Which speaks for itself.
It's probably one of the most crowded restaurants in Morris at this point. Now that, unless our place is back and running again, I have no idea what's going on.
Possibly in the world.
Our place used to be the most crowded restaurant in Morris, generally, like all day long type of thing.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it is anymore.
I liked our place.
The food was not good, but the atmosphere was nice.
I liked our place. I didn't mind the food. I liked it better than Sherwood Oaks.
They did have a 007 burger. And that was the bomb.
Yeah, it was the spy.
All right, where do we do it now?
Okay, news. I got you some news here. Johnny Depp has been vindicated.
He has won. He is a winner.
He won the trial. I don't know if anybody knows this. I don't know if anybody's been following along or have heard about the trial. Him and Amber.
He did lose one count.
Him and Amber Turd. Yeah. So he did lose one. He had to pay her like $2 million. But she owed him 15. So kind of evens out.
15, but then one of the fines got brought down to like 350,000 from 5. So it was like 11. So it ended up being like 9.
I get my news from TikTok, and a lawyer from TikTok told me he's probably not going to see much money from this.
He ain't never going to get any
because
money. He doesn't want the money.
And what does it matter to him? Does it really matter if he gets $15 million?
I mean, he said it himself. He just wanted his life back.
Absolutely, and he's going to get it.
Listen,
he's already been signed for movies.
I'm all about all the fun. Yay, Johnny Depp. Boo, Amber Turd.
No.
Here's the deal. We're all fun. They're both severely disturbed individuals.
Absolutely.
Nobody should be like celebrating anybody for this trial.
I completely agree with you, and especially
these
with
are not role models. These are not people to look up to.
The only thing I can say is that Johnny Depp was very open about his problems and was very open and apparent about yeah, I did this. I drank too much. I had a problem with that. I did drugs. I definitely have a problem with that. I was trying to get help. This is what I was doing. There was no denial in any of that, right? Which I think is good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
On her side of things, I mean,
she's still claiming to be a victim.
She denied all of that. Even though she'd be like, yeah, we were completely drunk. I mean, her sister literally said, I don't know when I was sober.
And then she came back out after she lost and what was the word?
I'm not sure.
Not famed. What was he getting sued? Defraud? No. What was
defamation?
Defamation.
Yeah.
Defamed?
I don't know what that would be.
Defamed.
Deformed.
Then she came back out after the trial and defamated him again.
Yeah.
In like a tweet saying I am the victim and he is an abuser. Don't you want to learn your lesson here?
Here's what blew me away. It was after the fact, but it was one day after the verdict came out and everything was done. Her lawyer, that Elaine lady,
bad lawyer,
was on the Today Show and immediately said that the only reason they lost this is because the jury was corrupted by social media, even though they were sworn not to pay attention to any of that. I understand that it was probably really hard for them not to because they did go home. So I'm sure they saw some of it, but the court didn't say they did, and nobody was found to be swayed by social media or any of that. So you can't go by that. She's saying that, they were all swayed by social media. This is an absolute, travesty for women, and it's taking down women and their rights, and everything's bad. They want to appeal all of it. Everybody worked against them. They held back evidence. All this kind of stuff.
Which wasn't even true.
It's not true.
I heard the other... she was talking about suppressing the evidence from the UK trial, which none of it is admissible in the United States because it's all hearsay evidence.
So then,
which is inadmissible in the United States.
Johnny Depp's lawyers came on the Today Show a week later, and they were asking that, and that's what he said. He's like, everything was passed by the court. We knew what was admissible and what wasn't. None of that from the UK trial was admissible to the court right off the bat. We knew that before the trial even started. So suppressing evidence is just a joke. And I just feel really bad that she would go.
Well, what's she going to do? She lost.
I know, but why would you go and do that? I think it just makes you look worse.
You know who the real star of all this is?
Me.
Camille Vasquez.
Oh, gosh, yes. Of course she is.
Because she is America's sweetheart now.
I don't know what she's going to do with all of this.
She just made partner in the law firm.
Did she get it? I didn't know that. Because she was, what was she called? What's that called?
Probably like a junior associate or something.
That's what it is. Man,
so
you're good.
good.
You're a lawyer guy. You're like a lawyer.
Suits.
Yeah, yeah. You might as well be on the show.
I took the LSATs.
What's that? I don't know. What
It's the test you take to get into law school.
Is it Little Lawyer School?
It's the legal SAT, LSAT.
You took that?
Yeah.
And?
Just for funsies.
And?
Aced it, 100%.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yep.
You did not get 100%.
I got whatever the score is that equals 100%.
Pull it up.
I don't have it in front of me. That was 20 years ago.
Where's the receipts, bro? Huh? Where's the receipts? You don't have
Ian
them.
says, hey, from the Northwoods. Hey.
Oh, up there in the Finger Lakes?
Southwoods.
Up there in the Finger Lakes.
He must be camping.
Camping in the Northwoods.
All right, what else we got for news? I don't think I have anything else on Johnny Depp other than I don't want to hear about it anymore.
I'm gonna spike a pike. No, I just wanted to throw that out there. That's pretty big news, you know. In today's world.
I think it's sad. First of all, it's sad that it affected his career in the first place, right? Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is crazy, and what she did was wrong, but he also did some abusive things, and so did she. And her career shouldn't be destroyed by it either. That's not fair either.
No, I agree. But it is
people
going
have
to be.
a choice whether or not they want to work with her, I guess. But I think the whole thing of like, oh, she's going to get removed from Aquaman 2. Well, that's dumb. Like, if I'm DC, I'm going, like, there's a lot of heat on this. She's just going to bring viewers to the movie.
Well, I think a lot of that started happening prior to the trial, though. She had said it. She was saying, like...
But because of the trial, that's
because of the trial now, yes. But before that, they were already removing her from the movie, most of it.
Listen, I don't really understand why that people need to celebrate that.
I don't think you should.
But
I don't
there
think
are
anybody
people
should.
celebrating that. So
I don't think this trial alone should be...
All this trial
should be televised the way it was.
I agree.
There are so many other trials that means so much more to the country.
This means nothing, obviously. But all we should realize here is that what vapid, terrible people celebrities are.
Yeah.
Rich celebrities are. And, you know...
They're not like you.
They're not like us. No.
That's the thing. Everybody wants to say, like, they're just people like you. They're not.
They're not.
They've been... They're in such
Johnny
a
Depp
different
is
place.
not a person like you and me.
He has never lived like you since he was probably in his teens.
Right.
You know, that's the thing. Their whole life has changed so drastically, and they are removed from the reality of what you and I know so far that I don't know if they could ever be a normal human being again. Could you imagine any of them like going and washing their own clothes? I guarantee you they haven't done that in the majority of his life.
Right.
Johnny Depp especially. I guarantee you he has not washed his own clothes, driven a car.
I severely doubt
paid a bill.
He ever wears the same clothes twice.
Exactly. I don't think he's probably bought his own clothes, but he probably didn't carry them out of the store.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, he's that far removed from anything you and I would ever know.
Right.
So, he's not a real person to me. Right. It's just, he is a movie screen guy, but he's not real life.
I also kind of hate to say it, but I think I love Johnny Depp, a lot of his movies.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
As an actor, I like him a lot. I think he's a little overhyped as an actor.
100% agree. I've always thought that. I've never understood where people came out and would be like, Johnny Depp, one of the greatest actors of all time. Absolutely. One of the greatest actors of our generation. Because of Edward Scissorhands?
No, I mean, he owns Pirates of the Caribbean, man. He owns that role. He's phenomenal in it.
He's great at that. He was great in Fear and Loathing. I thought he did a great job in that movie. And he did a really good job in his like teeny bopper movies in the 80s.
Wasn't he in Ed Wood? Was he really?
Yeah, he was in Ed Wood.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
He's had a lot of good movies. I just don't.
He's picked good roles.
Early on, he did.
Yeah.
Now, not so much.
I don't know. I don't know what he's been in lately. He was in Blow. Was he in Blow? Or was that Brad Pitt? No, that was him, right?
I think it was him.
That's a really good movie.
He was in Black Mass.
Black Mass.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Not many people do.
Black Mass.
Black Mass.
That's how Jason Lee, you know Jason Lee?
I do know Jason Lee.
My Name is Earl.
Yes.
That's how he got his first acting role in the movie Mallrats. He was a professional skateboarder,
Okay.
And he wanted to get into acting. He was at the end of his skateboarding career. He's in his mid-20s. At that time, that was the end of your skateboarding career.
Yeah.
Right after that is when Tony Hawk and these guys started going in their 40s, you know. But he came in for an audition on the movie Mallrats, and they had already picked who they wanted to play Brody for Mallrats.
It wasn't him.
Wasn't him. And he came in, and he read in the audition one of the lines. I can't remember what the line was, but you have to say Black Mass. And unbeknownst, not written in the script, Jason Lee just said, when he got to that line, he said, Black Mass, like that. And Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier just went insane for it. And they kept calling him back. And they're like, call back in that Black Mass guy for the second round, third round audition. And finally, just like, we couldn't think of anybody else. This was the guy.
Really?
And
all because of what that?
Because of Black Mass.
Why would he say it like that, I wonder?
Nobody knows. He didn't even know. I just listened to this he interviewed him on Fat Man Beyond like a month ago.
Oh, really? I haven't heard.
Yeah, it was a 2-hour interview with Jason Lee.
Oh, I need to listen.
And
to
I love Jason Lee. For a long time, he was my favorite actor.
Yeah.
Until he started.
I absolutely loved My Name Is Earl.
Me too. Until he went down the Alvin and Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Rabbit hole.
Really drowned him there, didn't it?
Black Mass.
I guarantee you he made a lot of movie off those Chipmunks movies, though. Or a lot of money, sorry.
Oh, Adams did say Blow. He wasn't Blow. Blow is one of the best movies ever made.
Bliggity blow.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Is Johnny Depp in that?
I guess so. What's Eating Gilbert
Do
Grape?
you mean Nightmare on Elm Street or Stranger Things? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Oh, Nick's with us. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Nick, also, by the way, we can do a quick ad for our sponsor this week is Grundy County Combat Club.
Oh, that's the Nick.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Nick.
Where you combat people.
Yeah, I want to fight someone.
Do you want to be a combatant, A?
Or do you want to be combated?
Or combated, B? Or be a part of a club?
Some people like to be hit. Just saying.
Or be a part of a club. Some people want to be in a tribe. They want to belong to a tribe.
And hurt each other.
Or not. Or just get fit.
Get fit.
Just lose the weight. I just seen an interview he did with 2 of the people in his class that have lost like 80 pounds each.
Really?
And they've been there for a couple years.
That would be a total of 160 pounds, Chris.
Yeah. Nick said, do you want to fight your dad? You said that last week.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do you want to fight your stepdad?
I don't have a stepdad.
Do you want to punch him?
Me? Are you asking me?
Am I hypothetical?
Oh, if I had a stepdad, yeah, I'd fight him.
I'd punch that guy.
I'd punch him right in his wiener.
But if you want to do any of these things, if you want to learn how to fight, if you want to learn how to defend yourself, if you want to just get a great workout in, if you want fitness, if you want to train, if you want to fight other people, if you don't want to hit anybody.
Yeah.
All of these things. You can
What
do
about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Any of that? There's no hitting in that. It's just a lot of arm
I don't
bars
think they
and
have
leg
it yet.
locks.
Nick, you're going to have to bring in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's what I know.
Like
from
the
Army.
who is
the
that?
Army style.
The Gracie? Hoist Gracie?
Hoist Gracie, yeah. Gracie family.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they got kickboxing and boxing. Kids classes.
Kickboxing seems fun to me.
Kids classes, adults classes. First class is free, $55 a month, the cheapest place ever to get your workout
It's
in.
pretty cheap.
It all is right downtown Mazan in the old Mazan market.
Mm-hmm. It says it right on the banner.
That's right.
Big red banner. All right. Thanks for being our sponsor this week, Nick. Wonderful. Let's see.
And if you use the promo code SNARF,
it's free.
You'll get an
It's
extra $5 off your first month.
Wow.
So the first month will only be $50. And don't worry, Nick. We will give you the $5.
It. Yeah, we got it.
Right now, he's like, hold on a second.
Wait. I shouldn't have logged in. Okay, we're going into some more news here. So some Marvel fans, some cheeky Marvel fans got together and put out a petition on change.org. You know what they are petitioning?
What?
For Morbius to get a third release. They're petitioning Sony, and they're saying, it literally says, we're assuming Morbius fans were busy those weekends, so we needed to come out again.
Okay, I'm sorry.
As a joke.
A third release?
Apparently, it was released twice.
Oh, it was released twice. Okay.
Sony did. did terrible both releases.
Yeah.
And now they've put this change.org petition together. Have like hundreds of thousands of signatures on it.
I'd jump in on that.
And I think it's hilarious.
If it came out a third time, would you go see it in theaters?
I might.
I think I would.
I think I would probably go see it.
I've heard it's so bad.
Really? I mean, I've heard really bad things about it. I don't know how it could be. I didn't think the trailer looked that bad, to be honest.
When are we done with Jared Leto?
We have to be now.
I mean,
we have to be now.
Everybody keeps elevating him on the superstar level.
Yeah.
And
he's not there.
He's had one good performance I can think of.
Like two, kind of.
What's two?
Well, he was in Fight Club.
Barely.
And but he's really known for it. And then it was at Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club. Great movie.
He was in that one.
And he's good in it.
Did wonderful in that. I think there's one more.
But he's not the lead guy. I mean, that's Matthew McConaughey.
No, I know, but I think he won an Emmy for that,
I'm sure.
Or not an Emmy, Oscar for it.
Let's see. He was in House of Gucci, never saw it. Morbius, Suicide Squad, Dallas Buyers Club, American Psycho.
Oh, yeah. He was Paul Allen. He just gets killed.
Requiem for a Dream. It's a good movie. I don't remember him in it, though.
Nobody remembers him in most movies.
Lord of War, Blade Runner, 2049. You know.
Didn't know he was in that.
Apparently there's a movie called Joker versus Harley. What is that?
Well, I want to see it. Is it animated? It's got to be. There's no live action Joker versus Harley, or is it coming out in the future?
Maybe it's coming out in the future. Anyway, we can be done
I don't
want
to see his Joker ever again.
I think that the thing about him is everybody loved him because they thought he was really good looking.
And he's method, man.
But
he's so method.
Didn't he send dead pig heads?
Mice, I thought it was like rats.
I think he sent pig heads.
No.
To his co-actors during the Joker.
He all sent them
during
stuff.
Suicide Squad.
And he sent dirty things to Margot Robbie. Things.
What things?
I don't want to really talk about it, but they're things women can use.
Oh, well, that's unprofessional.
That's what I was thinking.
In a work environment.
And he sent her dirty things like that because they were, dating Harley and the Joker.
Man, there's
that's
nothing.
Not
if
right.
I was ever, or when,
not right.
When we're famous and in the inn, we're never moving to California. We'll never sell our soul.
I'm not going to.
But
you might.
We're here through and through. But we'll be accepted in that scene.
Of course.
We'll be like the...
Wait, you're not yet?
We'll be like the...
It's weird.
Tom Segura.
100%.
We can't be Joe Rogan, and Bert Kreischer hasn't left L.A. So we'll be like the Tony Hinchcliffe and Tom Segura.
Yeah, I agree.
They live in Texas, but they're still part of the scene.
And Tom seems like a relatively down-to-earth guy.
I just started listening to Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Bert rubs me.
He's annoying.
He grinds my gears a little bit.
But he's also
stretches my
really
space.
funny sometimes.
He can be extremely funny.
I will laugh out loud multiple times during an episode.
Because he'll say some things that are just so off the wall and so ridiculous that it'll make you laugh. I just can't handle him laughing so much.
Is the laugh track in the background fake? Or is that the producers laughing?
No, there's people in the room laughing.
But they're laughing all the time. It seems fake.
I've never listened to the podcast. I've only watched them on YouTube.
Well, I tell you what, you can hear them on YouTube too. But
you can hear them, but it doesn't sound like a laugh track to me.
I enjoy it. I really enjoy Tom Segura because he is...
Your Mom's House is like a great podcast. Yeah. A really great podcast.
I like that he's kind of an asshole and it doesn't care.
No. Because he's he seems so normal.
Well, he's very biting, in his style.
And it's similar to Bill Burr.
Yes.
Bill Burr's very aggressive about it. Tom Segura is just kind of laid back.
He's like the Mahatma Gandhi of insult comedy.
Well, how do you know how he is? We've only gotten a couple emails from him.
From his grandchildren.
Yeah.
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 Two Bears, One Cave.
Okay. Listen to it. Can I get on with
I do like Your Mom's House better, though. That's better. That's with his wife, Christina Pierzynski.
Yeah, it's a big P word.
Okay.
It's like a long P word.
Are you ready for the next flavor while you move on?
No.
Okay. Go ahead. Difficult towards the end.
It's difficult towards the end. So big deal here to me. I don't think you read the comic book, and probably nobody else that's listening to it has ever read this comic book. But there is a comic book called Paper Girls that is written by Brian K. Vaughan.
Ooh, I did read the comic book. I read the first trade paperback.
Okay, well, they have already filmed and are finished with production on a live-action show coming to Amazon Prime, and its release date has been released as July 29th this year.
Famously, I wasn't as big a fan of the comic as you.
I like it a lot.
I like the vibe, like you did. It's got kind of a Stranger Things vibe to it. But,
before Stranger Things ever came out.
Way before.
Yeah, they did it way before.
But I had some issues with it. I never read past the first trade, though.
I think it's super fun. I am very worried about...
If you like the standard motif of kids save the day, adults aren't even relative.
That's all I took it as. I'm not looking in...
Which is Stranger Things, which is Nightmare on Elm Street, which is Lock and Key, which is...
And you like all that stuff.
The Goonies. Anything where adults have no idea what's going on.
So why are you pushing it under the rug as it's not something that people enjoy?
No, I think people enjoyed it. I just didn't care for the book as much as you did. Not nearly.
The reason... Yeah, okay.
I don't even know that I could recommend the book all that much.
You're just getting lower and lower. I love the art. I love the drawings. Yeah. The books, each book, I got it individually because I was subscribed to it when it first came out. Each individual cover is amazing for that comic series. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that they made a live action show, and I am very worried about it.
Oh.
The reason I'm worried about it is because I'm not going to get like political by any means, but we do live in a world that is very woke when it comes to Hollywood and things being made.
More and more so.
And a lot of times it doesn't necessarily bother me.
This was fairly woke comic. Just
you notice it a lot, and then afterwards I'll be like, oh yeah, they did do that. Most of the time when I'm watching shows, I don't notice it a lot. I have a feeling this is going to be so upfront.
Oh yeah,
that way. That I'll never be able to watch it. It's just I've never seen a trailer for it. I've only seen a couple pictures for it. I just have a feeling.
Listen, if they ever make a saga series, it's gonna be the wokest of the woke.
And I don't want that to happen.
But the book kind of is.
It is, but it's so good.
But it's veiled, so well veiled.
Yes.
But I mean, if you follow Pia Guerrera, the artist, I mean, that's definitely in the forefront.
It's in the forefront.
Of what they're trying to do.
So, anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. I think it's cool that it's coming out. I will absolutely tune in Friday, July 29th to watch the first episode of this show.
You know what? I will be there. I think what channel is it on?
It's on Prime Video, Amazon Prime.
Okay, so I'm glad that it's on Prime.
Yes.
They got the money to do it right.
I agree.
It needs to be done right. It could be the next Stranger Things. Brian, it absolutely could be.
I think it can be, and I hope that's what they're. I hope they follow the mold that Stranger Things has put out. The Great Gatsby.
Yes. the great other. Sweet Tooth.
Yes, Sweet Tooth was great.
So good.
That was a great show. Grady loves it.
When is that coming back? That's been years now.
It's been 2020 when it came out.
Before we jump any further, we're on to our next flavor here. Yes. We're going to get a Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Citrus Soda.
Citrus Soda.
This is your Sprite or 7-Up.
7-Up, yeah.
Or Sierra Mist. Of those three, which one's your go-to?
If you've got a bad tummy, you can drink this.
What's your go-to of those three? Sprite, Sierra Mist, or 7-Up?
Sprite.
Sprite's your go-to?
Mm-hmm. It used to be like...
So Sprite is Pepsi, right?
It was a 7-Up household. Like when I grew up, like like a lot of people just had 7-Up.
Because back in the day, they didn't have anything else.
No, it was just like...
First of all, Sierra Mist didn't exist. That's Coca-Cola, right?
I don't know. I don't know who
Sprite
makes
is Pepsi, Sierra Mist is Coca-Cola, and 7-Up is Dr. Pepper. 7-Up Dr. Pepper is a company.
Yeah. But 7-Up was always the one. But I do prefer Up Yours. I do prefer Sprite. Sprite's my thing.
Well,
the boys love Sprite.
7-Up had the hardcore of our childhood. They had the advertising down. They had the spot game. They had a video game. I know,
but Penny Hardaway was big.
Well, but then the Sprite
was little Penny?
Yeah, Sprite jumped in hard with the NBA.
Yes.
In the 90s, and the NBA was everything.
It's so crisp.
So.
Oh, let's try it. Down the hatch. Smells citrusy.
Well, it smells like Sprite. Kind of.
That tastes like something.
Land still going to be there for us?
It's blackened. It has blackened my soul.
It says it's still streaming. Oh, we're still here. We're good. We're back. Oh, guys, I think we're back. Anyway, I don't know what you guys missed, but
I'll say it again. The green sucker that you get from a bank that had the loop on the bottom.
Called the safety pop.
Is it a safety pop?
Yeah, because you
of
put
the
your
loop.
fingers in, so the kids couldn't swallow them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It is.
Whoever thought of that?
Somebody
Genius.
in like the 1970s.
I know.
Of it.
That's genius. So many kids probably died before that came out.
Probably not. But have you seen those since?
Never.
So now they're just killing kids out there.
Wow. Banks are
the
terrible.
dumb corporation is just killing kids.
And they named it Dum Dums because they're making us all dumb. They're saying you're dumb for letting us do this.
I'm going to tell you what, I would still be a 7-Up guy probably, or a Sierra Mist. A Sprite would be my last choice usually.
Really? Why? Why?
No idea.
Explain it. Explain yourself right now.
Well, first of all, I love cherry 7-Up. It's amazing. It's probably the best pop there is.
I don't know if I've had it.
Oh, cherry 7-Up. There's also a pomegranate 7-Up that is really good. That's out only during the holidays. That's amazing too.
Pomegranate? I would drink, eat, sleep a pomegranate.
Drink, eat, sleep.
Yeah.
Eat, pray, love.
Exactly. You knew what I was getting.
What do you got?
You
next?
knew what I was
What do
getting.
you got next?
So Rob Zombie was remaking the Munsters.
I saw the trailer.
The little teaser trailer that came out.
The trailer was really weird.
It's a teaser.
I didn't get into it, but I'm going to tell you what. I
It
don't
looks.
think there's anybody that can listen to this podcast that could possibly be a bigger Munsters fan than I was as a child.
Really? I watched it a lot.
Every episode multiple times. Loved that show.
I don't know if I watched it multiple times, but I watched it a lot. My mom would always.
What was the theme song? It went do 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 do.
This one's in color though, so they start out the teaser.
Okay, here's the only thing that caught me off guard was like the costume quality didn't look great.
It looked like the old Munsters,
I guess
just made in color.
That's the difference, right? It's the color that throws it off.
I guarantee you that's what he's going for on purpose. Like you start to see him in black and white in the beginning of the teaser, and then they say the Munsters coming, Rob Zombie film, and then it just pans over and says in color, in living color. And then they're all sitting on the couch and they're like, now what?
He never laughs.
He did as soon as he came through the door.
Oh, really?
When he busted through the door, he laughed and then went off to the side. I'm pumped.
I love the Munsters. What a weird time in history, right? The Addams Family and the Munsters.
Isn't that so strange?
So weird. I like the Munsters.
The Addams Families was really good though too.
Great, and I love the movies, but I always like the Munsters better. The
I would
Addams Family movies were amazing.
Yeah, for me personally, I think I was always more of an Addams Family
because of the
fan.
movies or the show though.
I don't know.
Or the cartoon.
I can't tell you what I saw first.
Because remember the cartoon when we were kids?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw the old TV show first, but I think
no doubt.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. I'm just trying to think of what made me like them better. I don't know if I could say it was the TV show or the movies. Most likely the movies. I think that is what put it ahead for me.
Was it Raul Julia, or is that his name?
It's Gomez.
The actor.
I know. Yeah, I know. It is Raul something. He passed away not too long ago.
He passed away a long time ago.
No, I thought he did like in the 2000s.
No.
From a knife fight.
I think it was Raul Julia.
I think it was a knife fight in Colombia he got into.
Died in 1994.
Told you. Colombia, knife fight. Over a bad batch
he died of cancer or something. It was a tragic thing.
Yeah, it would be tragic for anyone to die in a knife fight, Chris. Clearly.
Let's see. What was he in? Let's talk about Raul Julia because I love that guy.
He was the best Gomez. Like he's the best. You can't replace him. Everything that you ever see of Addams Family is based off of his look.
He was in Addams Family Values, obviously Street Fighter. He played the
I don't
Russian
remember
guy.
him in Street
Fighter. He played
Fighter.
the bad guy. He was the main bad guy.
I don't know how many times I saw Street Fighter. I'm sorry.
He was in The Rookie. He was in Tequila Sunrise.
What a drink.
The Gumball Rally.
You're a Gumball Rally.
Got him. I don't know. He's in a bunch of other stuff. What else you got?
That's about it. So Predator. I like Predator, right? They've got a new movie coming out called Prey.
Again?
I know.
The last couple have not been good.
No, they haven't. I absolutely love the character of Predator. I love it.
Who's doing it?
Usually
That's all
in
that
for
matters.
I don't remember. I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but it's Prey. That's what the movie's called. They finally came out with some trailers, so I was pumped. Wanted to see these trailers. Watched them, and so this is like way back in the day when Native Americans were still like inherent around the country, and inhabited the whole country. They are now, it's prey, I guess. Like, it's about hunting, like how Native Americans hunt to survive, and then all of a sudden this thing's there, and it hunts. They say it hunts to live, and it lives to hunt. That's what they're saying, right? Haha, play on words. And then they start fighting each other, and it's this one girl that ends up, like, in a war with the predator, and she's going to kill it. I don't know, man.
Go figure.
Watching the trailer for it.
Speaking of woke,
I don't know how this is gonna go.
The future's female, Jerry.
She's got she. It's not just her; it's the other guys too. Like everybody in her tribe, they get these axes and they tie strings to them, and then they can throw the string with the axe on it, and then pull it back. That'll beat an alien with laser guns that is invisible.
Yep.
I just don't. Where are you going with
Jesse
this?
Ventura couldn't beat him.
No, I know, but
and he was a sexual tornado.
no, Tyrannosaurus.
A Tyrannosaurus. Oh no!
He's chewing Red Man, and he says, "You want some of this?" No, thanks. This stuff will make you a sexual Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, he's great. Really funny story is on the set of Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jesse Ventura. Arnold Schwarzenegger told the lady in wardrobe to lie to Jesse Ventura and say that his biceps measured 5 inches bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger's. So when he came to set, he was like making fun of him, saying like, "Oh, Mr. Olympic, my biceps are so much bigger than yours." And so then he bet him that his would be bigger than his in like the gym or something. And then they went and measured him, and he was like 6 inches bigger than what Jesse Ventura's was, and won a bunch of money from him. I thought that was really funny. It's really good thing.
It's great.
Anywho, Predator looks like Prey looks like it's gonna suck. That's it. That's all I got for news.
That's what you got for news. What do we got on time?
That's about it. Oh, lots of time. We're at 48 minutes.
Okay. Should we get into reviews, or should we?
I want to do the box. We're gonna do the box.
What is it?
How do you?
What is it? What's in the box?
That sound got removed.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't the sound, but I just made that up.
Well, I mean, that was the song.
Kind
What
of.
is it?
What
is it? What could it be? What is it?
So what were you going to say about this?
I was just gonna say, like, what do you like this better than the orange? You think?
I do. It tastes very similar, just without the orange flavor and with a lime flavor. But that flavor works better.
With the flavor of green instead of orange.
It does. It feels like the green.
Why is it the color orange gets its own fruit?
Speaking of the green, say that again.
Why does a fruit, like the fruit was named orange after the color came out?
How do you know?
Because they didn't have the color yet.
How do you know?
So you think the color was based off the fruit?
Absolutely.
So why isn't green called like zucchini or plant or tree? You know what I mean? Like leaf.
The green.
Yeah. The green one, my favorite.
Yeah. Speaking of the green, by the way, have you listened to Batman Unburied?
I have not.
Please do
I'm
so.
sorry. Swamp Thing's in it apparently, huh?
No, he's not. But
Oh.
the green is talked about. It's great. Podcast on Spotify. Batman Unburied. Just one.
What?
Batman.
Batman? Who's Batman?
Batman Unburied. There's one annoying thing about this show. They have a sponsor.
Oh,
so
no.
they take a commercial break every time.
Nugenics.
No. And it is Cheetos is a sponsor.
Oh, I like Cheetos.
But it is Cheetos aimed at some sort of a Latino audience. So they're like,
do they talk that way?
They talk with a real thick like accent. Okay, which is fine. And then it's like this podcast is brought to you by Cheetos de Guatanejo. Like that.
Okay.
All right, that's fine.
What's that mean?
If you want to be a part of the Latin community, go to Cheetos Matatueyo and tell how Latin people in your community have used their superpoweras. Instead of saying superpowers, poweras, as if it's a Mexican word.
That's wrong. That's made up.
It's an English word.
It's like Spanglish.
Say powwas, or say it with an accent, but don't say poweras.
Yeah.
That's not it.
It's the English spelling that they're just pronouncing it.
It's fake.
Yeah, that's fake.
Cheetos is fake. They're faking. And I don't like it, Jerry.
I don't like Cheetos anymore. I did like Cheetos.
Superpoweras. And every time they say it, Jerry. Every time they say superpoweras,
raging in your vehicle.
I get so angry.
His steering wheel's bent.
It's a big string stretcher for me.
Okay. You should have brought that up.
I should have. Superpoweras. No good.
Superpoweras.
All right, we got number 1. Free comic book day version of Spider-Man.
Venom. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to a Spider-Man and Venom movie.
Is the, Wells Romita Jr. That's interesting. John Romita Jr. Getting back in the action.
Good old John Romita.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Come on. Do you even know how to comic book?
No, actually. I can't get this back in the back.
There you go. Sleeve it up. Bagged and boarded.
I'm telling you.
As they say.
Spider-Man has my favorite of all the superpoweras.
Superpoweras.
Number 2 we got here. Ooh.
Albuquerque.
Fables.
Ooh, Fables is very good.
The Black Forest Part 1 of
There's
both.
only about 4,000 Fables
I'm going
books.
to tell you what, Jerry. I had no idea that I still collected this book.
I had no idea it was still being made.
I think it hasn't been out for a long time, and I never canceled it, and I wasn't getting it.
So you're just getting reruns?
No, it must have came out again. Part 1 of 12.
I tell you
Episode
what.
151 of Fables.
Yeah.
Or issue 151.
Hey, funny story. Look at the back cover of that. Show everyone the back cover of it. You know, like the new Batman. Okay. That's that one guy. Twilight guy. What's his name?
Question mark. Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Yes. Funny story. A guy I work with, we were talking about the new Batman, and I'm going to leave his name out of this. But he's like, wasn't a big fan of this movie. I said, what? Why not? He's like, I don't know. He's like, where's Christian Bale? And I said, what? He's like, yeah. Like, did they drop him or something? He's like, what's with that? It's like, it's a completely different movie, man. Like, he's not in it anymore. Just thought that was funny.
That's ridiculous. Speaking of Batman, the 2022 annual right here.
2022 annual.
Batman.
Who's that? Who's on the cover with him?
Don't know.
Is it like a Talon?
Don't know any of the writers. It must be a new writer. Brisson.
Ooh, what a name.
Do you know Brisson?
No, but it sounds brisk.
That's brisk, baby.
Or a Jewish bris. A Jewish bris is where they, on your woo-hoo.
We got Batman number 123.
Ooh, I do like a Batman.
The Shadow War, Jerry. I'm so far behind on Batman. I have no
I
idea.
am too. Honestly, I haven't gotten or looked at a comic book in a long time.
We got Star Wars.
I'm reading a Star Wars book right now.
Right there.
Charles Soule. That's who's wrote it.
This is Charles Soule right here. Crimson Reign.
He's very good at writing Star Wars stuff.
Yes, he is. I interviewed him. I was just editing the video the other day.
Were you really?
Yeah.
We got to put that stuff out.
It's coming out.
And we're going to have to
I
tag
spent
him.
ridiculous amount of time trying to get the background noise out, and then I decided it's not worth it.
Huh. You needed a better...
The Swamp Thing, Season 2.
Ooh. Let me have that.
No. I like that cover,
Let me keep it.
Who's writing this? Perkins and Spicer. Don't know who they are.
Perkins. You ever been to a Perkins restaurant?
Love it.
Love.
We used to go to Perkins all the time in Champaign, Illinois, and eat some pie.
I tell you what, it's every time you go down south, there's a Perkins.
Here's one of our favorites, chapter 59 of Saga.
Saga. Oh my gosh, look at that guppy.
Everybody abandon us when we start talking about comics.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Marvel Devil's Reign Omega. Chip Zdarsky on the Daredevil
He's
book.
so good at it. Chip Zdarsky. Great
Got
writer.
the Amazing Spider-Man new number set, I guess, number 2.
I don't know him.
Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr. Okay, that's it for that. You guys can stop.
You can come back. Come back, guys. We'll stop talking about comic books.
Anywho, what we're watching, we got a lot to go over.
There's so much stuff. All of you guys have probably watched some of these. If you haven't, you've obviously lived under a rock that we're going to chop.
Chop that rock.
We're going to chop your rock right now. If you're living under a rock, we're going to chop it. We're going to show you what you should be watching. We've got 2 big movies right off the bat. Do you want to start with those, or you want to start with some TV shows we've been watching?
No, let's go with...
You want to go at it soft?
Yes, soft.
Or you want to get after it,
I want to talk about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Jerry. Now, this will be spoilers. There will be spoilers, possibly. We're not going to...
There will be blood.
There will be blood in the water. There will be opinions in the water.
Hard opinions. Rough opinions.
So,
aggressive opinions.
Initial reactions. Jerry, go. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Right off the top, I will say I liked the movie, but it's 2 different movies. The beginning and the end are 2 different things. They feel very, very different. So when you go in to watch this movie, you're going to be dropped right in the middle of a movie. Like, you're just dropped right in the middle of it. I liked that.
Yeah, like being dropped in the middle of a comic book.
I liked it a lot. I like the fact that they did that. I don't think you really enjoyed that.
It's not that I guess I didn't at first, but I came to appreciate it a little more. Like after we talked about it, I'm like, you're right. We do have a lot of exposition.
I'm just so sick of waiting around to get to what needs to happen and what you're going to do and all the setup. I hate all the setup. They got rid of all that.
Right.
The setup was the movie, and you're in the middle of it, and I liked it. It was like on the run all the time, trying to set up, everything else. But then in the middle of the movie, that switches. Like the story that you were getting, it's still the same story, but the style, the way it looked, what they were doing, like it just all switched and changed into another movie that I still enjoyed.
A better movie.
Yeah, I agreed. I agree. A better movie.
It's a different filmmaker, and I don't know if you know that or not. Well, I mean, I know
of course
you know
I
that,
know.
but the audience.
Yeah, so it started with a director.
I think it was a troubled production.
Trouble in Paradise.
At the beginning, they switched. I don't know who wrote what, who filmed what was filmed when, what happened, but they started, I think, with Scott Derrickson, right? Was his name, and he did the first Doctor Strange, which is way up there in one of my top favorite movies.
Wonderful.
MCU movies. And then they brought in Sam Raimi, who is an absolute living god as far as directors go.
In your mind.
In my mind, but in the industry. I mean, he's very well respected.
Well renowned.
And in the comic book movie industry, because he did the Spider-Man movies. And boy, did he bring the, I won't say horror, but the tongue-in-cheek horror vibe of Evil Dead, of Army of Darkness, brought it really to the movie.
And out of any Marvel movie or comic book movie you've ever seen, this has the most horror in it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the framing, some of the things that pop out at you, the way people move, like, those still shots where people jump around?
Yeah.
And like the way they move towards you, that was in it.
So
that could be frightening.
I mean, that was absolutely my favorite part of the movie was towards the end. I will say, I felt the same way. I can't sit here and say I disliked the movie. I just felt kind of meh about it.
That's what I was going to get at. I didn't finish because you rudely interrupted me about your opinions and stuff and pushed me to the side again. But I'm going to bring myself back into the light, into the forefront where people want to see me, Chris, and say that although I liked it, fell very flat on the scale of comic book movies. I think I held it to a higher expectation going in.
I would agree with that.
And it didn't quite live up to what I thought it was going to be. All because it's called the Multiverse of Madness, right? I don't feel like we got a lot of multiverse. I don't feel like it tied in a lot of things that we needed. I don't feel
like we got a lot of madness either.
No. I mean,
felt like a pretty straightforward story.
And listen, coming into this, it does matter if you've seen the Disney shows.
Absolutely.
Like Loki, and it absolutely matters if you've seen WandaVision. A lot of people haven't watched that stuff, and if you want to go watch Doctor Strange, I mean, maybe you don't, but if you do, and you haven't seen those 2 series yet, you should absolutely watch it. The part that aggravates me the most is that I don't feel like the Loki series plays much into this, even though it should. It absolutely should play into this.
Well, I will say 2 interesting things. Or one thing for sure is Loki's better than this movie.
Agreed.
By a lot.
Yes.
So there's that. Mm-hmm. The Scarlet Witch never felt like a legitimate or a good villain.
No, but I do like her.
I like her. Didn't use her right. Didn't give you...
I agree.
Didn't build up towards it at all. It just kind of happened.
She's just there.
And I didn't like that at all.
I've never thought about that, but you're right.
Female, America, what's her name? Amerigo Vespucci delivered him.
America
Chavez.
Okay.
Yes. I liked her.
She's great. I like her a lot.
I think they could have done more with that character.
Mm-hmm.
A little more mystique around that character. What's going on?
A little more gravitas.
A little more.
A little more of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit. So there could have just been more in depth, more setup would have helped this movie.
Yeah. Well, for sure. Again, I like the fact that they throw you into it, but it needed a little more work.
Obviously, there's big spoilers when they introduced the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
There was some cool aspects to it for sure.
Yeah.
We get to see. Should we even say, or should we just
George Bush?
Yeah,
in it.
George Bush is one of the Illuminati.
And Bill Clinton,
the original one. Like, read my lips.
Yeah.
No new taxes.
No more madness.
No more madness. Read my lips. No, but they have the Illuminati. They have they introduce some new superheroes in the MCU. They introduce a segue to a whole new world of the MCU that's kind of becoming.
A whole new
They do it with some great music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
And they give you 2 fan service. Really, they give you...
They do.
3 fan service characters, but 2 especially.
Big time.
And they could have done more. That's the thing. This whole movie could have been that. This whole movie could have been Hugh Jackman, Deadpool.
Absolutely,
all these things
it could be.
You
could have been. That's the problem I have with this whole multiverse thing. Is like they did not use the multiverse.
Yeah,
they used one little aspect of it, and then the rest of them were kind of like throwaway places.
Listen, they did a better job with the multiverse in Spider-Man than they did in this movie.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And this was supposed to be the multiverse movie.
Yeah,
like this is supposed to be the movie that you get to see.
And Doctor Strange is in that movie.
Right.
That's what blows my mind. It's like they introduce us to the concept in Spider-Man,
and
then they do nothing with it.
Something happened.
Something happened.
Something happened to where there was creative differences or something along those lines, and then they were on a time crunch and had to put something out.
And as you said, there's clearly 2 movies. Everything Sam Raimi did, and then everything else that was done. And then there was maybe a 3rd movie that was everything that was going on with the inner turmoil of Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch, which almost felt out of place because it had like a gravitas to it emotionally.
The gravitas. Get a little bit of that gabagoo.
It had a little bit of that, but it didn't feel like it was in the right place.
You're right. I love Scarlet Witch. I really do think she's very good at it. I think Elizabeth Olsen is good at like what she does with that character, but they didn't give her anything to do besides.
I loved watching her shred the Illuminati. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But she just sits there, and says, I will do this.
They don't really know what to do with the character.
No.
It was a bad villain. It didn't. They could have done. It's not that the movie's bad. It's they could have done more.
But it's a lot of her saying like, "You don't want to see what I could do."
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
When you dare me?
Yeah.
You dare me?
That's literally her character. It's like, I will tear everything apart if you do this, and then we're gonna go and do that.
I will swirl my hands about.
Okay, you asked for it. 5 or 6, maybe 14 more times you doing that, and I'm gonna do something.
Right.
It's like, come on, give her something to do
And
besides just being mad.
Relatively easily triumph at the end. I did like Benedict Cumberbatch, and
He's great.
Wong was great. Like I said, America Chavez.
She's good.
She's good. Elizabeth Olsen's good as well. Everybody's good. Nothing.
Actor-wise, it's across the board very, very good.
Nothing
very
didn't
well
work.
acted.
It was just a weird story that didn't know what it was, and it had 2 different tones. Everything that
Mishmash.
reminded me of Evil Dead, I loved.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Mishmash, I'm making a movie. Don't know where it's gonna go. Can't use the actors like I want. Gonna throw them in a tub.
So I think that's our first maybe negative review of an MCU movie in a long time. Maybe ever. I don't even know.
I'm trying to think if we've ever had. I'm sure you've had negative reviews because you're just. I mean, you're just a negative
Critical?
guy. He's a very critically
Smart.
negative, undereducated, mad person. No, I make the noise. They all get a little hard at the end.
It's not bad.
I think
though.
that's why they say they're hard sodas, because towards the end it's just real hard to
drink.
get it down.
Okay, so we move on to the next thing. Doctor Strange done. We are still going to review. Top Gun. I'm Tom Cruise. I'm gonna shoot a death shoot. We're gonna do that one later. Let's talk boys.
Oh, The Boys season 3. It has started. It came out last Friday. They dropped 3 episodes. I believe they're coming every Friday.
Fridays, yes,
Yeah.
Fridays.
So they've dropped 3 episodes. They're all an hour apiece.
The boys. We've been talking about this a lot. I've been talking about it with Nolan. Listen.
I've been a huge fan. I have been. I've come out here on this podcast. It's all recorded. You can go back in every season and hear me
roar
about
You're
the boys.
Gonna hear Jerry roar.
And it's not that you're not going to hear me roar about this season so far. I've watched all 3 episodes. Have you?
Yes, all 3. Took me a while, but I got through them.
I do enjoy it. I do. I like it.
Well,
it is still The Boys.
I very much have enjoyed it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's very enjoyable. But you did say to me the other day that you felt like the whole shock and awe thing is being done to a level that is just.
They're taking it a little. They're doing shock and awe for the sake of shock and awe.
Yes.
And it doesn't.
For it serves no purpose whatsoever to the show.
Doesn't serve the story. Doesn't serve anything.
It's just for blood and gore and making you gasp at how ridiculous.
And also, when I talked about this with Nolan, he said, "Oh, well, you know, I used to be a paramedic, so maybe I'm just desensitized to the gore." Listen, nothing.
It's
The
nothing
gore
to do
is
with the gore.
nothing.
It's ridiculous. It's not. The gore isn't the shocking part. It's kind of overdone. When they did it in the second season with the heads exploding,
That's way more
now
gore than this.
I know, but that gave you like, oh my gosh, like where did that come from? Because they hadn't been doing that yet to that extent.
Correct. All they've been doing is slicing people in half with laser vision.
Which isn't, it hasn't been, but not explosions of people open, like flayed open, just bleeding and just pools of blood everywhere. That hadn't happened yet. And then when the heads exploded in the second season, spoilers, That was like, holy crap. Like, you didn't expect it to come. It just started happening. That was good. I think they did that well. Now, that's all they do.
That's all.
Everybody explodes. Everybody's in half, bleeding with goop. They just have goop, and people apparently are filled with just liquid, bloody goo.
The gore of the first scene
just annoying.
Was less gory than the other superhero guy that she meets in the alley when she blows his face off.
I know that.
That was disturbing.
That was disturbing.
That was almost hard to look at.
Because that's real life.
Yeah.
Like, that could happen, that has happened in real life, guaranteed. Yes, that part, 100% I was going to get at. That was a disturbing part where, half of, again, spoilers, like half of his face is missing. And he's like he's just like suffocating on his own blood. That
was gross. So the first opening scene, this is the first time I thought I could do without this. This is too much for me. I said, I don't know if I need to watch this.
I thought you were being ridiculous. To be honest, I did. We were at a baseball game. And you had said before the game, you're like, have you watched Boys yet? I said, no, I didn't even realize it came out already. And you're like, yeah, dropped 3 episodes. Okay. I was like, I'll watch it tonight. And I did. I went back that night to watch it. And you had told me about the whole shock and awe thing. They're just doing it for this. And you're like, I just don't know if I need to watch that because it's just so ridiculous. And I was just thinking, like, really? Like, I like that show. Like, it can't be. I was like, I know it's ridiculous, but it can't be that bad, right? Right off the bat, in the very first episode, they do something. I'm not going to spoil it because I'm not telling you to go watch it, I guess. But if you want to know the ridiculousness of this, you can easily find out from the internet without even having to watch it. The path that they went with this little shrinking man, it's a bad guy that shrinks down like Ant-Man, kind of, but he's naked all the time. I don't know why. He shrinks down and he does things that it was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Well, the scene is ridiculous.
The thing is, okay,
I didn't like it.
It could have went a different way. This isn't new, right? This concept isn't new. And this is what I was talking about with Nolan. This has been done in comics, off screen, but it's been discussed. It's been discussed that this is a thing. I think it even happens in a famous story with, what's the DC shrinking guy character? The Atom?
Well, the Atom, there's a really good, is it the Atom that goes in the guy's ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Doesn't he expand out and
he does,
blow his
head
head
up?
Him?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's been other discussions.
And that's one of Kevin Smith's favorite things in comic book history.
So
monologues.
This has been discussed. This has been joked about. Ant-Man going up people's butts and blowing them up. That's been joked about. So, I mean, this isn't new, but I just don't know if I needed it. But, okay, take that away because it served no purpose to the story or whatever. They just did it because they could do it.
Yeah, they just did it because they wanted to put that scene in.
Aren't even have nothing to do with the story. I do like the story. I do like where it's going. I do like Homelander in the season.
Yes.
I do like them bringing back the Deep. More disturbing, almost more disturbing to me was the scene with the octopus.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't watch that. That's the one I couldn't watch.
Horrible.
I legitimately. So I'm laying on the couch watching the TV, and the octopus is on the plate. First of all, I was like, well, they didn't even prepare him correctly. I mean, how would you expect anybody to eat this live octopus? Nobody would want that, idiot. I thought he was going to have something cooked that he was going to have to eat.
Yeah, that would definitely kill you, by the way.
Eating a live octopus?
Like that big? Yes. It would tentacle itself to your esophagus.
Not if you're chewing it.
Dude, there's no way.
Yeah, you could.
People have died from eating raw octopus that are a lot smaller than that.
How?
Because they suction themselves to your air.
No, all you got to do is whack it on the head and it's dead.
They didn't do that.
He chewed through its head.
Listen.
He chewed it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. No. You do have to get the beak out, though.
Yeah, dude, there's a beak in there.
Yeah, the beak is not good. Real bad for you here, eating raw octopus.
Oh, I love raw octopus.
Have you ever heard about how bad it is for you, though?
No, it's great for you.
Oh, it's bad for you. Anywho, this guy, the Deep, he's an He's like a guy that goes in the water.
Aquaman.
Like an Aquaman, yeah. Loves animals. The scene right before this, he's literally having intercourse with his wife and staring at the octopus. It's weird.
Yeah, he actually obviously has some relationship with the octopus.
Yeah, oh yeah, clear relationship. Very
sexually.
Yeah, oh yeah, very clear. We understand, Chris. You don't have to keep telling us how sexual you are with octopuses. And then he's on a plate. He has to eat it, and I was like, I can't watch this. And he literally says, like, that's Tom or Tim or something.
Yeah,
like
he's like he's begging for his life right now. He has children.
Yeah.
It was disturbing.
It's so weird that you're disturbed by something like that, but I was like, I'm not watching. As soon as he put it in his mouth, I was like,
it wasn't just
not
that though. It was how Homelander was reacting, how his wife was reacting.
Yeah, oh yeah. She was texting him.
Weird. It's just,
I don't like the Deep as a character, to be honest. I don't like him. I don't think he needs to be in the show.
I
don't care for him coming back.
They're doing such a good job with Homelander because he's so cringy and creepy.
Yes.
It's hard to even watch the show when he's on screen.
He is by far the greatest character I've seen in a show. Where it comes to
make you feel a certain way just by him being on the screen.
Yeah.
And the actor does it so
He's very good. He is very good. I don't like looking at him. I love the fact that he was so uncomfortable in this season so far in the first two episodes. The third episode, he starts becoming a little bit more confident in himself.
Stella got his groove back.
Oh, he got his groove back. All right. I like what's her name? Starlight. I like that she's like the co-captain now, and they have that dynamic where they're fighting each other, and she has a little bit of power. But he made a really good point, Homelander did, in the show, where he was like, when she was talking about releasing this video, I'm spoiling stuff, I'm sorry, but I got to talk about it because it's fun. And he just was like, this is my favorite scene, where he's like, do it. I don't care.
Absolutely the best scene of the entire show so far.
He's like, at this point, I got nothing to lose. He's like, I love that people love me.
Yeah.
He's like, but if everyone hates me, he said, I love that too.
He's like, I can just take over the entire all
He's
the
like,
world's
I
government.
think I'll start at Washington and blow that up and take out this defense and this thing and this thing. And he just lists it all out. And the way he did that scene and played it all out, I was like, you believe everything. Like, he's so believable. He's so much that character. It was awesome. That was so cool. I love that.
I do
scene.
like too. They make him out to be like he's the victim of his own
godness, right?
Yeah, in a way, but his
the world has made him this way.
The opposite of that. I think he's the victim of his own psychological issues, right? It's like daddy issues, basically, childhood issues.
Yeah.
But he
says, like, I was never born, because it was his birthday, and he's like, it's funny, and this is just a birthday that they gave me.
Like, throughout this whole show, he kind of has the mentality of like an infant, like a child.
Well, he wants to be loved so bad. He wants like an actual love from parents, because he's never had parents, because he was grown in a lab, and that's all he's known. He was never loved as a child, like, from parents.
Right.
He's missing both of that, mom and dad. He's got both of those issues. And he just wants, like, a companion to love him for what he is. Like, beyond, like, just his powers. Like, he wants to be loved for who he really is. But he can't get that from anyone.
Right.
So he just forces people to do it.
Except for Stormfront.
Yeah.
Who was using him.
That he didn't realize.
Right.
For a long time. That was also really messed up.
Totally. I'm going to tell you what. I actually like this season probably the best, despite those two scenes and the one which was unnecessary and is way too much and ridiculous.
I agree. I do like it the best so far as well, just because of how much...
There's a lot of more interesting story beats.
Well, and how much you know about the characters now. Like, you have such a background knowledge of who they are and what they're capable of, or what their ideals are, like, you know about them. So this season seems so, like, weighted.
Well,
like, it feels like there's more there's more at risk in this season than any other season that you've come across.
I love the flashbacks with the Sandinistas and the Contras or whatever it was.
Yeah.
With the original superhero team, like just how inept they were.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It was very good. How that wasp guy just flew up in the air, Gnats or whatever he was, like flew up in the air and was just immediately exploded by a missile.
Right. Oh, Mandy's with us. She says, "Hi, guys."
Oh, hey, Mandy.
So anyway, The Boys. We'll be continuing to update as the season goes on with that.
For sure. It's fun. If you've never watched it, I implore you, go watch the first 2 seasons.
I implore you to watch that if you're like of the age of 21 to 50. 60.
Just 21 and older.
I don't really like if you're of our parents.
You will soon find out you don't like it. I'm going to let you.
Like
I'm going to let you make the decision on whether you like it or not. But do not watch it below the age of 21. Really, I mean, 18. I guess.
Dislike the fact that this is just out there for children to click on. It's very, very, very graphic, violent, sexually, all the above.
Wow, I really haven't ever thought about that. How easy it is for somebody to just
beyond
watch.
Rated R. All right.
This
is NC-17.
This is total NC-17
This is
level.
X-rated stuff.
It really is.
Like, I don't think you could put this in a movie theater.
No, it'd never be released. I mean, you'd release it, but it'd be released.
Suicide Squad was pretty bad.
Not like this. Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
The HBO Max one?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Not this bad, though. Nothing's this bad.
It's not this bad.
It's cartoonish.
It is, but The Boys has reached a new level of what TV shows can do. That's why I don't understand how there's an argument.
Desensitizing, too.
It is.
Super desensitizing. I don't know if that matters. I'm just saying.
It is disturbing, though, now that you say that anybody can click on this and watch it.
And they have an animated show that like looks appealing to kids and is just as bad.
Why can't I think of it?
Diabolical, I think it's called, or something. The Boys.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one that we watched. That.
Invincible.
Yes, Invincible. Why couldn't I?
No,
think
there's
of
a
that?
Boys animated show too.
Oh, because Invincible's on par with this, like with what they do.
Yeah, that's true. This is maybe more, but
it is definitely worse.
All right, that's it for The Boys.
The Boys.
Do you want to talk about Stranger Things?
Sure.
I haven't watched a lot yet. I've only watched like 2 episodes.
I've seen the whole season.
Oh, wow.
I've finished it.
Wow.
Wow.
Season 4, part 1.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's a whole part 2.
Oh, I did not know that.
Before we do that,
I did know that there was going to be more.
Let's pop open this.
This is our 3rd out of 4. This is the actual cola.
Classic cola. This is your
Classico.
Coke. Are you a Coke guy? Are you a Pepsi guy? Are you an RC Cola guy?
Listen, my dad was always an RC Cola guy.
We drink a lot of RC.
Not a fan.
Oh, I like RC. What about Right?
It was always 3rd to me. It was always 3rd. Growing up, I was Pepsi all the way. I was 100% Pepsi. That's all I would drink. I did not care for Coke at all. Now that I'm an adult, I have flipped. And I would say I am out of a can, if I'm drinking it out of a can or even a bottle, but preferably a can, I prefer a Coke over a Pepsi now.
Well, I can't tell you the last time I drank a non-diet beverage. I prefer diet.
I don't. I do
every
not.
level, in every soda. Pop.
I don't really drink pop ever, but yeah.
But if I had to drink a straight, I do like diet cherry Pepsi. That's my favorite.
Okay, so yeah,
drink of all time.
wild cherry Pepsi is the greatest drink of all time.
Just drink one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Diet wild cherry Pepsi, best ever.
So wild cherry Pepsi is the best ever. But I'm saying if you just pick, you asked colas.
Right, it's Coke. Come on.
I was a Pepsi guy. That's all I drank though. Growing up, I would only drink Pepsi. Now I am a Coke guy. Anyway,
Mandy
did you try this?
Hold on. Diet cherry Pepsi is number 1. Agreed. RC and Diet Right taste like liquid metal. I don't know about that. RC is great. I love RC Cola.
Wait, RC and Diet? No, it does not. RC's just tastes like flat. Diet Right, I don't remember. I mean, I remember it as being a drink, but I don't remember ever drinking.
Okay, this one. Okay, smell. Smells like nothing.
Smells like a
Smells
tire.
like
Like
shit.
a tire.
It smells like fart. It smells like poop.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It smells like bad breath.
No. Yeah, I would say bad breath or a tire. Like burning a tire.
That is a not appealing smell.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh my God, that smells terrible.
It's like a flat Pepsi.
It doesn't really taste like cola.
It does. It tastes like a...
Too sweet again. Overly sweet.
It's like a flat Pepsi.
I think I need something to cleanse the palate.
I got water. You want to drink some water?
Yeah. Give me that.
The Essential.
Give me that H2O.
It's got a 9 pH. It's like an ASMR.
Mandy says Pepsi beats Coke hands down. That's ridiculous. Have you ever had a fountain Coke?
That's the thing. It's the fountain stuff. Well, that's a different mix.
Do you know it?
That's not allowed. I don't think you can say that's Coke. Like McDonald's is something different. They have a specific mix just for McDonald's. That is not regular Coke.
I think it's just more syrup.
I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is, Chris. You're wrong. You can't say that.
Have you had? Did you
Do
know?
not bring it up. Don't ever
Did you know?
bring that to me
You know
again.
what my jam is? New Coke.
What's new Coke?
New Coke.
Like
It was a
like
brand.
today's Coke?
No, it was a brand. New Coke. Coke 2.
What about clear Pepsi?
Clear Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi, yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
It tasted like regular Pepsi, but it was clear.
Exactly the same.
You know why? It's because that's how everything would be if you didn't add coloring.
Little elves scrubbed it.
No, they add coloring to things.
Listen, at Taco Bell, they have Baja Blast Mountain Dew. Listen.
That's not my favorite.
Baja Blast Mountain Dew Zero. They have Baja Blast Mountain Dew Zero.
They do?
Yes.
At T-Bell?
T-Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
Give it the bells, man.
I could go for some
Ring
T-Bell.
them bells, ring them bells.
Ring your
them all the
bells.
way.
Bring me a
Manny
bell.
said, do you remember Surge?
Of
Yeah,
course.
dude.
Everybody remembers Surge.
We went to high school.
My brother used to drink Surge like crazy.
Surge was Coca-Cola's version of Mountain Dew, right?
Yeah. It was like the new Mountain Dew, and my brother was all about it. All he would ever drink was Surge.
There was Surge, Mountain Dew, and
and
Mellow Yellow. Those
and they
were the
brought it
three.
back. They brought back Surge recently, and I think it's gone again.
Surge was good. All right, let's do this.
We have.
Not since the water, though. It tastes like a flat, overly sweet, marginally...
This is a classic flat Pepsi. Believe me, I drank a lot of flat Pepsi in my day.
It does taste like a flat Pepsi.
It's not
overly
a Coke.
Sweet, though. Not a Coke at all.
It's not a Coke. It is a flat Pepsi, I'm telling you.
Or
maybe a regular RC. Maybe a classic diet, right? That she's thinking of.
A flat cola that's over ice, that the ice is melted. So it's watered down.
It's the cola you would buy at like a Sam's Club.
Sam's Choice Cola.
Yeah, that's what it is. And it's flat as can be.
What was the one that you get at Sam's? They had Mountain
Which is
Lightning.
really funny.
They had all those different flavors. What did they have for the cola? It was called something. What? It's just Sam's Choice?
No, yeah, it's just Sam's Choice Cola.
That's what it tastes like. Tasted just like that.
Mountain Lightning and Dr. Thunder. Right? Wasn't Dr. Thunder?
Dr. Thunder. It was Sam's Choice Soda Pop. Sam's Choice Cola.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what we said. I'm glad you looked that up, though.
Who makes Sam's Choice Cola? Cott Manufacturing.
You old codger. You old cot.
According to a blind taste test conducted by the team of Tastes of Home,
Erica Fry's involved.
Sam's Cola ranked as the runner-up choice compared to other cola brands.
Really? Well, this tastes like it, but flat. The funny part is...
And watered down.
The funny part is we're saying it's flat, but it is legitimately a seltzer, and it's not even close to being flat.
It's not bubbly, though. It doesn't taste bubbly.
Oh, it's got so many bubbles in my mouth.
Tastes like Mr. Bublé, Michael Bublé,
I
who is now the spokesperson for
bubbly
water. Dr. Thunder. There you go.
Real quick, Bublé was on American Idol on the finale. Did you watch it?
It was disturbing.
I loved him I just thought it was
always hugging and grabbing.
I thought it was hilarious.
Have we not talked about that?
No, we haven't.
What did you think about the finale? Okay, listen. I said Noah was going to win from the beginning. I said it from the beginning. But he was terrible in the finale.
He was bad.
And
I didn't think he was going to win.
I never was a huge fan of Hunter Girl. I thought she was overhyped. And
so did I.
She was amazing in the finale.
Agreed. I completely agree.
Dude,
I was texting you.
3 songs in the finale. I'm like, what am I watching here? This woman is a star.
I was texting you during the finale, and you're like, I'm not watching it. I can't watch it. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I was like, you really need to see this because it was... I was really excited about the Michael Bublé one, but yes, it was uncomfortable, because the guy that I can't.
Did he think that guy was retarded?
You can't say that, first of all, but
listen, I can say it because I just listened to a podcast, Joe Rogan podcast, with Michio Kaku, the famous.
Did you have a stroke just now?
The famous physicist that's always on all the shows.
Can you see with your left eye?
Michio Kaku.
Oh, the guy with the... I know who you're talking about. Yes.
And he uses the word retarded all the time.
He does?
Yeah, so it's a science term, Jerry. Science.
Okay. That's what you're panning.
Science is not retarded.
Okay.
But I think Michael Bublé thought that Christian was retarded. But really, he's just blind.
I think you're right. He's blind?
Or he's going blind.
He just was so starstruck that he could not sing.
He is such a good singer. He might be the best singer in American Idol history.
He was a very, very... No, he's not.
No, pure singer. Pure singer.
No, he's not.
Just at singing notes.
No, Adam Lambert is by far the best
Adam
one.
Lambert was really good.
He's by far the best singer that has happened to that show.
And make it a queen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Adam Lambert, by far, best singer that has happened out of...
Vic says Simply Spiked. Buy it now. Never heard of it.
Is that crypto? Because I don't know anything that you say that isn't crypto.
Is that lemonade? I don't want spiked lemonade.
No, but that singer, he was so starstruck by being next to Michael Bublé, which you would have assumed they had a practice. He would have met him already. Like they would have rehearsed a little bit before the show. He looked lost singing the song with him. Completely lost. He was trying to sing. It didn't work. And Michael Bublé just decided to start hugging this guy so much. I'm pretty sure he touched his ear.
Weird. He did.
He grabbed his ears. And it was so strange. And you could tell even the judges, like Katy Perry and Blake, were like, what?
Oh, let's talk about that too. Let's talk about how good Katy Perry is.
She's very good.
When she starts singing, you're like, oh,
she can sing.
No,
absolutely.
I know she can sing, but you see her. Okay, right. These people are all really good on American Idol, like the best probably have ever been. Mm-hmm. American Idol, and you're like watching these people all season. You're like, these are professionals, and then you see Katy Perry, and you're like, oh, these are amateurs.
Right.
She's a professional.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, there's a little bit of a difference there when you've been in the industry for so long, and like just know how to perform.
Effortless though.
I mean, when you've performed that long, that's the thing. Like you can have the ability, but still not perform well.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what they have. They have all of those people have the ability, and they're getting up there learning how to perform. She can literally just lay on the stage and perform better than most people because she's so, out there.
Works.
It just works. Yes.
It was a good show. I just love American Idol. I encourage everybody to watch it because it's so positive and fun.
It is. It's so fun. I love watching it every week.
But Noah was terrible. He shouldn't have won.
I agree. I don't think he should have won either.
And honestly,
I was not a fan.
Single is not good.
I was not a fan of Hunter Girl coming into this because I thought she felt
too professional.
Yeah, it was like a little bit too much for me.
But her backstory was amazing too, though.
She's really cool with the veteran stuff.
Yeah, amazing.
I know, kind of stole me. It was during that show.
That's
when she goes home.
I guess I had heard about it, but that was the first time they really dig deep into it.
Yeah,
and they're all like crying, and they're like, "She's amazing."
Oh, I know, and I'm sitting there, and it's like,
yeah.
Now I gotta vote for you. Do you vote?
Absolutely.
Okay, I was gonna
say I have the app, dude.
I didn't know there was an app.
Oh yeah, I just vote on the app.
Oh, I just text the word what is it? Text the word vote to 60444.
Oh my gosh, no! Just get the app. You don't have to do any of that.
Oh man, I need to get the app.
Yeah,
I did not know.
Hit the vote button, and then you pick the face of the person you want.
Oh, you poke them right in the face.
Yeah, up to 10 times.
Yeah, you can only do 10, and I just put vote 10 times on my text messages.
Oh, that seems like such a pain in the ass.
I mean, regular charges will apply.
Yes.
You know.
Okay, so there was that. What were we even talking about? Stranger Things. Oh, well, I don't want to get too in depth because I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I will give you my initial reaction. And my initial reaction is one of.
Well, all you've ever said is an article I've read. I read one article, I saw one article that put Stranger Things in the same category as Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
That's all you've ever talked about. You've only seen 2 episodes.
Yeah, I did see that, but I'm talking now. I'm going to talk more now.
You don't have a clue about any of it.
I mean,
Have you ever really been a fan of Stranger Things? And that's an honest question.
Are you kidding me? I was the fan of Stranger Things. Like, I'm the one that brought this to the forefront.
No, you didn't.
Bullshit, man.
I've always watched Stranger Things. I've watched it since it came out.
Pure insanity to me because I was the biggest fan of Stranger Things. I've been the champion of Stranger Things.
To who?
To you.
Oh my God.
I feel like you've been a casual fan.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Well, anyway, I love Stranger Things. It's probably one of my favorite shows. Always has been.
I don't know. I feel like you're a little bit of a
you
fair
need to
weather
go back
fan.
and listen to 151 episodes, my friend, because you're misguided.
I think you're a fair weather fan, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people on here are going to agree where you just come in all willy-nilly like, you ever heard of Freddy Krueger?
Can I talk about this? Can I talk about it? Is that okay?
I mean, if you like it, I guess you can. What's your opinion?
I always like Stranger Things. Always.
Except for the fact that you haven't watched any of the episodes this year.
I've watched like 2 or 3 episodes. I don't know what's going on with Will. He's really annoying so far. 11 is always annoying to me completely. I've hit my complete full of that. I can't take any more of that. I like so many of the side characters.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Love the side characters. I haven't had the annoying wailing Winona Ryder yet. That's great.
Yes.
I haven't got to Hopper
she
yet.
was such
I'm
a
sure he's
jam.
coming back. I like the villain in the dream thing. But what I've only seen so much so far, and I've really
You've got so much to go.
Yeah, the cheerleader, the whole storyline with the cheerleader and kind of the D&D. The whole D&D thing was awesome.
That's pretty much gone now.
Right. But I've only watched the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, you're such a baby at this.
So anyway, I'm digging it to a point. I don't think it's out the gate. The last episode of the last season of Stranger Things, I think, was the best season of Stranger Things.
Absolutely.
It was amazing.
I don't know how to talk about this.
Don't, because I will watch the rest of it this week.
Okay. Well, what I will say is that I love the 80s. I mean, those don't move, Chris. How do you hit those?
No, I love the 80s thing too.
I love the 80s vibe and the way they...
I just liked this when they were kids more than teenagers. I fucking hate teenagers, Jerry. I don't think you understand.
I guess I don't understand.
I absolutely hate teenagers. Of
Why?
all ages.
You're going to have them.
Jerry.
Stop it.
Anytime I see a teenager, I immediately just look at them and just hatred enters my body. I hate them.
That's not right. You shouldn't say that.
They're so annoying.
You can say they're annoying, but don't say you hate them. You don't know them as people. You don't.
No, you're right. That's right. Okay.
It is right.
You're right. I don't seriously hate them, Jerry.
Then quit saying that.
They are so annoying.
Oh, very.
And they're very annoying so far in this show.
Which is played perfectly to real life.
Agreed. I'm not disagreeing with that.
As soon as you reach your teenagehood, all people are annoying because you think you have a grasp on what real life is. You think you know things. You think you've grown into this person that can do things on their own because you've been given a little bit of freedom.
And you can't.
And you can go and do this and you can go and do that. You don't have a clue about any of it.
I think human beings...
That's why teenagers are the most dumb of anyone. Of any portion of your life, the dumbest you've ever been is your teenage years.
I think people are insufferable as human beings from the age of 14 to 24. And then they're barely sufferable from 24 to 30.
So I agree with the 14 to 24. I would absolutely agree with that. The 25 to 30, you're saying?
Yeah, they can start to be tolerable.
I would say 25 to 29. Because once you hit 30, I feel like people...
You're right. It's probably 28, really, actually. 28.
Yeah.
25 to 28.
I would agree with that.
You're becoming tolerable.
Because after that, yeah, you are pretty much tolerable after that. Most people.
And then I think from 28 to about 50.
You're just the best thing
you're the
ever
best
been.
version of yourself.
You're just the best thing that you're ever going to be.
And then after that, you just slowly fade away.
You just slowly die and are forgotten.
No.
Forever.
No. You just become less and less.
And regardless of what you've done in your life, you will be forgotten and almost hated.
We have listeners of all ages, Jerry. This is wrong. Listen,
what's wrong? You literally have said retarded. You said you hate people. Like, how much more wrong can we get, Christopher?
No, the reality is that I was a joke on the whole all the ages thing. I will say 14 to 24 people are intolerable.
Absolutely.
It's just I can't tolerate it.
I'm having a bit of that. I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay, don't talk about it. What were we talking about?
I'll tell you after the show.
Let's be done with Stranger Things. I haven't watched enough to talk about.
Okay, well, what I will say, I haven't got to say anything besides the fact that I love the 80s portion of it. I need more explanation. I know now that there's going to be a part 2. I thought it was going to be like an extra season. I didn't know it was part 1, part 2. 11, super annoying. I don't necessarily like the story this year. I've got gripes, and I will wait for you to watch the rest of it.
Oh, you know what I'll tell you right out the gate is they definitely deserve the warning after that school shooting at the beginning of that first episode.
Oh, yeah, they put it out there.
But
I mean, yeah.
Can you imagine that they had that made?
Well, I know.
That happened, and you're just like,
what do we do now?
You shouldn't have put it out. They shouldn't have put it out.
You don't think so?
Nope.
No, I think they did it right.
Dude, it was bad.
Come on.
It was bad. Again.
You don't have to watch it.
Rough.
It's very rough. I understand why they put the warning out.
Erica said, did you guys talk about Miss Marvel yet?
We're coming.
We haven't. I haven't seen it, so we can't talk about it.
Well, I'm going to bring up my opinion of the first episode. I don't care what you think.
Let's talk Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is the best Star Wars thing that has existed since anything, since...
Well, I disagree with that, but...
No, listen, it's phenomenal.
You haven't seen episode 4, right?
No, not yet.
Can I tell you my opinion?
Yes.
It's kind of a throwaway episode.
Oh, well, that's fine. But in general, I'm loving what's going on. I'm liking what they're throwing down. I like the vibe. I like the energy. I like it all. Episode 3 was amazing.
Episode 3 was absolutely amazing. That's why I texted you and said, have you seen this? You need to watch this.
Yeah, I will say...
And you're like, oh, I'm off gallivanting and ignoring you.
I will say they make it seem like Ewan McGregor is like a little unbelievably old.
Incapable?
Yeah, incapable. That's kind of annoying.
I don't like that at all. I don't like this. To be honest, I don't care for the story around Leia.
Pat said both of your voices are divine until singing Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Really?
I don't even remember what we...
You just were singing Obi-Wan. I wasn't singing at all.
What did I sing? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Continue. Is the best thing that...
The Sand Sister from Game of Thrones was awesome. I don't even know what she's talking about.
The Sand Sister from Game of Thrones was awesome.
Let me tell you about...
This feels like an enigma to me.
A huge controversy. Okay. And I want to point out...
I know exactly
that
what
I brought this up before this was a controversy.
You absolutely did.
I brought it up to you. I brought it up to Dude. I brought it up to my mom. I brought it up to everybody
who listened.
We all
talked about it, yes.
The first episode I watched, and I just reached out to everybody and go, I don't know what's going on, but this actor they have playing, is it the third sister?
Yes, the third sister.
Is awful.
I think that's what she meant.
Like the dialogue is awful. The acting is awful. It feels like a cheesy CW throwaway character. And you're talking about the top,
the
top
main thing
level of production in this show. This show is fabulously well produced. The acting is great. Everything is good. And
she's also clearly going to be the main like antagonist of every episode. You could see that. And
she's so bad.
Not good.
Okay, and I didn't realize there was any controversy.
I didn't either.
Randomly, I realized, started looking online, this is huge controversy. Everybody agrees that she's terrible.
I just saw it the beginning of this week. I'm pretty up on social media and like watching news and what's going on with like entertainment stuff. I try to be. I didn't realize it was that big of a deal until I started seeing all this racist stuff that came out.
Well, first of all, I felt validated because everybody agrees with me.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong at all.
What's disturbing is that Disney,
to be honest, maybe it's not her fault. Maybe it's the stuff that she's like
I'm sure
the
it's
script
not her
that
fault.
she's dealt.
I watched the Queen's Gambit
or whatever.
She's great.
Is she in the Queen's Gambit?
Apparently, I don't remember.
I watched all the Queen's Gambit too, and I love it.
Okay, me too. I don't remember her character, but apparently she was good enough to meld in.
Yeah.
Listen,
I would agree.
I don't care about her race. I don't care.
No, that's not what it's about.
But that's what they're making it about. And that's what annoys the crap out of me, is that Disney takes the position
they put a whole post out on Twitter.
Ewan McGregor's making statements.
Yeah.
The whole cast is making statements about how everybody in America is racist.
Really?
Racist. Everybody's racist because your fucking character sucks. Because your actor choice sucks. But yet we're all wrong and we're all racists.
Right. Everybody is. They point the finger at everyone and said the only reason you're saying this is because of her skin color.
Didn't even
what?
I didn't even notice. Like, it's not that I didn't notice, but it wasn't even a thing. I didn't even know that the character, what race the character. I mean, I guess I seen it from the cartoons, but I don't remember.
From what cartoons? What do you mean?
What, that character's in Rebels, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
But she's like a nondescript race, right? She's like an alien. She's an alien in the.
Well, that's what bothered me about Disney's post, was that they're like, there's billions of different or thousands of different races in the Star Wars galaxy. Let's not make it about one.
Nobody is making it about one.
What?
Why
did you do this to me? Why would a company like Disney pander to that has happened, like, just so you hear a little scuttlebutt on the internet, right? Like, and certain people say certain things on the internet, and you're gonna latch onto that,
isn't it?
And post it on Disney's Twitter and immediately say, "Yep, that guy's right. It's all about racism. Let's point to that." What? It's a Star Wars show, man.
Right.
She hasn't acted that well. The things she has said came out like
very hollow.
Not very good. Okay? I can give you other critiques about Ewan McGregor.
Of course.
Pretty easily.
Yeah.
You know, I can give you critiques on the story. I don't necessarily like that the story is even about Leia. Like, because it
is odd, right?
You know why? Because you have no worry in the world. I bet you she lives. I bet you it turns out all okay. Like, I'm not worried about what happens. That's what I don't like about Obi-Wan, is that why didn't you pick something that I didn't know about?
Right. I never thought about that. I actually am really enjoying this show.
I like the little girl character of Leia. I like the companionship that they have and her discovering things about.
It did jump to me, and I did wonder why they're even bringing her in as a character. It makes no sense to me.
No, none of it makes sense. Like, and you've only seen, like, in the very first episode, the one glimpse of Luke. His whole story is that he's supposed to be there taking care of Luke.
That's not on purpose, Jerry?
I'm sure he's going to come back and...
No. Listen, there's a reason why the story is focused on Leia and not Luke. And we all know what the reason is. Everybody knows what the reason is.
But
It doesn't matter.
Obi-Wan's entire premise, that's my problem. Obi-Wan's entire premise was to be on Tatooine and guarding Luke.
And what's the biggest
That's the story.
criticism of Star Wars?
What? Tell me.
No female characters.
Besides Leia, who has been a prominent character.
Right, but let's be
from
honest.
the beginning.
That's been the biggest criticism of Star Wars for a long time. Has been that it is.
And then every new movie that has come out since then has had prominent female characters.
Why do you think that is?
No, I understand
That's
that.
why that is, and that's why they continued on this path. And I don't care. It's fine. The point is,
I don't care about that either. I wasn't even bringing that up. I'm saying the story is Obi-Wan is supposed to be protecting Luke on Tatooine, and then he is immediately left Tatooine for Leia, that we know is always okay and is going to be the princess, is going to be doing what she needs to be doing.
We know Luke's going to be okay too. We know Luke's
you
story.
Do. I want to know the story of Obi-Wan protecting Luke, not going off-world with some strange story with Leia.
I will disagree, and I'll disagree for this reason. We know the story of Luke. We know it.
But we don't know Obi-Wan's story, and
don't know Leia's story either. All we do is we see Leia.
Well, you're right.
And as a character in the books, Leia is a great character. If you read Star Wars Bloodline, great book.
Yeah, I have.
She's a great character in that. There's a lot to do with that character. I'm glad they're doing it. I thought it would be a 1 or 2 episode thing with Leia.
I did too. I thought it was going to be the first and second episode, gets her back, does what needs to happen,
and then kind of brings him back in the fold.
And then all of a sudden it like launches him into this other thing that's going to happen on Tatooine or with Luke or with whatever else.
Did they de-age Jimmy Smits?
Jimmy Smits.
Bail Organa.
That's not Jimmy Smits.
What's his name?
Jimmy Smits was on
NYPD Blue.
NYPD Blue. That's the old. That's not Jimmy Smits. He's the white guy with the balding.
It's Jimmy Smits, dude.
No, it isn't.
It is. It's Jimmy Smits.
That's not Jimmy Smits. No, it is not.
Jimmy Smits.
Who's the other guy on NYPD Blue?
Dennis Franz.
That's the guy. That's the guy. That's the guy I'm thinking of.
Did they de-age Jimmy Smits? Must have.
They had to have. Yeah.
The guy's old. He's got to be old. He was born in 1955.
Yeah, he'd been so he's 66.
Old, he's only in his 60s, and he's Latino. They age well.
Is that
racist?
That's a racist thing.
That's a compliment.
You can't say any of that now.
Okay, listen.
You can't say anything about any race.
Jerry,
now.
listen to me.
Can't do that.
Listen to me.
Now we're gone. Well, we're canceled.
It drives me crazy. Oh, Erica said, "Yeah, it is." I don't know what. Yeah, it is. She's talking about.
Yeah, it's racist to say that Hispanics age well.
Come on. That's not racist. It's true.
I don't know. I think you're right. It is true, but I don't know. I think you've done it now. Really put your foot in your mouth.
Jimmy Smith. She's saying, "Yeah, it is Jimmy Smith."
Oh, I thought it was Dennis Franz. I was thinking about they showed his butt.
Because there's a delay.
There's a big delay, but they show his butt.
Can we drink this real quick?
Oh, I haven't even opened it.
Okay, listen. My point is that character is bad. Moses, what's her name, is the actor that plays the third sister. It's a bad character, bad dialogue. I hope it improves. Listen, it can't improve.
Dialogue. It's the dialogue for me.
It's hollow delivery too.
Beyond anything,
it's so disappointing. And frankly, here's what I want. Here's the point I want to make. Can I make this point?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, Disney is making it about.
I've been waiting like an hour for this.
Disney is making it about race. Ewan McGregor is making it about race.
Yep.
Hollywood's making it about race. Everybody in America is so racist. Star Wars fans are the most racist people in the world. Mark Hamill's making it about race. We're all evil. We're all evil. But isn't it them who are racist? It's them who are racist, right? When we criticize and say a character is bad, the actress portraying the character is subpar, the writing is bad, the dialogue is bad.
We've pointed out everything.
You are the one making it about race.
Right.
Disney is making it about race. They're the one saying you only don't like it because you're racist. That's the racist thing.
Well, no, I wouldn't necessarily say Disney did that on their own. What I had said earlier is that they saw the uproar on the internet
and decided to jump sides
of people that said, you're making it about her color, even though nobody said that. Nobody said it's because she is black that we are saying she is bad at this character. Nobody said that. You've just pointed out, like, acting, dialogue, story, character, whatever, like all of these things. We don't like this about the character. Nobody said their color, but then all of these other people said you only dislike her because of her color. Disney saw the main group of people that had the argument back, like the main argument back about their race, and they're like, well, you know what?
We're going to play it
in
safe.
Today's day and age, we better play it safe. Let's go with them.
Yeah,
just in case.
Because we know the other people won't make a big deal.
Exactly. If we go against that, they're going to jump on us and say, oh, now Disney's racist too.
Right.
Can you recover from that?
It's so ridiculous.
If a huge conglomerate of people, millions of people on the internet, decide to say this company is racist because they won't support their own character, how?
Yet everybody cheers when Giancarlo Esposito or whatever his name is comes on screen.
Her. You said him.
Him. Him.
Oh, I was thinking of Gina Carano.
No, Gus Franz.
He's pretty great.
Frang.
When
He comes on wielding the Darksaber.
Yep.
Everybody cheers. Nobody makes it about race then. So are we...
Nobody had to make it about race then because it was a great character, a great time, like a great moment in that show. He's a wonderful actor. He can make... You can give him the shittiest dialogue in the world, and he's going to act the crap out of it and make you believe it. He's so good.
So good.
And that has nothing to do about men or women either,
and I
by the way.
don't even know that the problem is the actress.
No, that's what I mean. I think she's getting really bad, fed really bad stuff.
Also not doing it well, but I hope it improves. I hope it can improve.
I didn't think she was that bad towards the end of the third episode.
I completely agree. It does get better towards the third. I don't know about the fourth, though.
And then the fourth gets worse.
Okay. It's almost unwatchable in the first couple.
Well, and you'll see it, there's, interrogation stuff that goes on, and it's like... Oof,
it looks like amateur hour when she's on screen.
It gets bad. It gets bad in the fourth episode. It's a very... And like I said, the fourth episode's like a throwaway episode.
Ewan McGregor's all teeth in this show. Have you noticed that?
Very teethy.
I thought I was the only person that would have noticed that.
Oh, very
that
teethy.
All teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's big time. It's all he's got for him right now. All he's got going for him is his teeth because the force don't work, and he's barely able to fling around a lightsaber.
He's so rickety.
He can't even move around.
It's weird.
Hate it.
I still like this show, though. So far.
I'm really up in the air.
It's only 6 episodes, right? And then are they ever making more?
I don't know. Yeah, they've got to be.
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure Adam, if you're still listening,
he be capable? Why can't
I'm pretty sure Adam
capable?
told me yesterday that they renewed it for a second season.
Why can't he be more capable?
Pisses me off that he's not capable. It's 10 years from the end of the other episode. Episode 3.
I don't know if people understand this. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It's 10 years.
Is probably the greatest Jedi of all time.
Negative.
No, they all say it. He's got the wisdom of Master Yoda and the power of Master Windu. He has the perfect balance as a Jedi. He's a perfectly balanced Jedi.
Well, he should be much more capable than what he is right now. Of course
he should be. He's a Jedi Master.
I know. And that's what bothers me is that he has done nothing masterish. He looks like a Padawan.
He should handle Darth Vader. He has before.
He should have easily handled Darth Vader because Darth Vader's very new.
Strong with the dark side, though.
Absolutely, very strong. But he should have done a lot.
With Dooku.
But he should have done a lot better.
He killed Grievous, though.
Yeah, he really killed Grievous very handily.
Yeah.
A lot of hands, get it?
Hands.
Okay.
Anakin, though, was strong with the Force.
Clearly.
He was the one who brought balance to the Force.
You know what I heard?
Did you know that?
You know what I have heard? Is that Anakin, like, the story's kind of about him. This is the one we've saved this for the end on purpose.
Yeah, because it's my favorite kind of pop.
It's mine too.
And also, it's a cherry cola.
You want to know something fun about Chris's and I's relationship? Is that every time we go to the movie theater, we both get a cherry Coke.
Absolutely, that's the way to go.
I mean, if anybody does it differently,
the disgusting thing I did at the movie theater the last time I went.
You puked in your
no. I got a large popcorn as per usual, a cherry Coke as per usual. But when I was checking out, I just randomly grabbed an entire box of Sour Patch Kids.
You didn't pay for it?
No, I paid for it. But I'm just saying, I ate a large popcorn. I ate an entire box of Sour Patch Kids and an entire cherry Coke.
You're an American. You're a true American hero.
I'm going to tell you what, I felt pretty bad about myself, Jerry.
Why did you get Sour Patch Kids when you left?
Because they're amazing.
They're not that good.
Not when I mean,
left. They're fine.
They were at the checkout counter when I was checking out with my popcorn to go to the movie.
Oh, I thought you meant like leaving. Like when you were like done leaving.
Wait, you were with me. It was when we went and saw Doctor Strange.
You didn't have Sour Patch Kids.
I did. I hid it from you.
I didn't know this.
I hid it from you because I was ashamed.
Are you serious?
I was ashamed of myself.
I was sitting right next to you. I never heard you even eating them.
Adult eating an entire box of Sour Patch Kids.
I would have loved to have a couple of them.
I was ashamed of myf.
And you're like, I'm never gonna ever show you that I have these Sour Patch Kids. I had to hide my shame.
I didn't want you to know I ate 2,000 calories worth of Sour Patch Kids.
First I'm sour, but then I'll be sweet. I promise. You ate a whole box of Sour Patch Kids right next to me, and I never do it.
No.
Did you dump it in your popcorn?
No, but I should have.
I heard people do that with like Milk Duds.
People are dumb, Jerry.
Well, a lot of people are dumb.
All right, let's get this.
Chicken cherry cola.
Oh, that smells much better. Very cherry.
Oh, it is very cherry.
It smells like chemically cherry. It smells like maraschino cherries. Though, seriously, if you open a jar.
Yeah, no, it does. You're right.
What's the cherry?
What are you?
It's not bad. I just don't know what it is.
I like it.
Maraschino cherry juice.
With a flat cola.
With a flat, no cola though.
Yeah, there's the cola at the end.
Yeah, okay. Mixed with maraschino cherry juice. That's what it tastes like, or grenadine or something.
I like this.
It's not bad. It's refreshing.
I think it's my favorite.
Well, we haven't ranked them yet. We can rank them now if you want. Or do we want to finish it? Where are we at on time?
Oh, 2 hours and 4 minutes.
No kidding. We still have so much to do.
Oh my gosh.
We have Top Gun. We have. This is it.
Yeah, we can't.
We're done.
Yeah, we can't.
Well, we have to finish these drinks though, so we're going. We're going to be on an extra long episode tonight, guys.
No, we can't. We got to end it. Then we go into the next episode next time.
We're not going to end it. We just opened a drink.
Oh my goodness.
Patreon?
I don't know what else to do.
All right. I guess we're going to Patreon.
It's been so long. I mean, we just keep talking.
That's what I said. You said no.
No. I know. I meant like we just kept talking. And now the episode's over.
So
it's just over, man.
Well, what did we think about Obi-Wan then? We're mixed. I like it.
Oh, I like it. I have to watch it every single week. I'm going to watch it. I'm intrigued. Really want to know what's going to happen in the 5th and 6th episode. But no, I don't necessarily like the storyline. I don't like the story they picked.
It sounds like you're saying you like it, but it's missed opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that.
Like Jar Jar Binks is nowhere to be seen.
Exactly. Why is he not involved? You know? I think he was like a senator or something.
Let's find out why Obi-Wan doesn't recall ever owning a droid.
He doesn't?
In Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. No,
I don't recall ever owning a droid.
Yes.
What are you talking about? It's R2-D2. He was like your best fucking friend.
Yeah. You've actually done a lot of things with this guy.
Yeah. And C-3PO. Like, you've done a lot with both of them.
Yeah. That's called... that movie was written in the 70s, and the rest of them came after.
Retcon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know they're going to address that, though. They have to. It's one of the biggest loopholes of Star Wars.
I'm sure they will.
Because they addressed the whole Death Star thing, that they built a whole movie just to address it.
Just to address it, yeah.
And they did it brilliantly.
Yeah. They probably will. I hope they do. If they don't bring up something about the droids, then they've definitely missed an opportunity with Obi-Wan. But again, I don't care for the storyline with Leia and him. I don't think that's where they should have went.
You know what? I watched this show with Cash. Okay. He's super excited to watch it all the time. So we flip it on. And Leia shows up, and they're talking in one scene. Somebody asks, how old are you? And Leia goes, 10 years old. Cash looks at me and goes,
She ain't 10.
She ain't 10 years old. Maybe 6.
I think she's like an 8-year-old,
That's
7 or 8.
Exactly what Cash said. He looks at me and goes, 10, maybe 6. Just like that. And I'm like,
yeah.
You're right.
He is absolutely spot on.
This girl is not 10 years old.
No.
Cash is 9 years old.
Right. Grady just turned 10 on Monday, and he's far more capable than her.
She just looks, she's like a little kid.
Yes.
9 and 10-year-olds don't look or act like little kids.
That's when they are physically starting to change and they're growing out of that little kid stage and being more of like that, teenage.
Not all,
angst.
I guess. Some people it comes later.
Absolutely, but generally you get that little bit of change at 10.
16, 17 before you went through the
25.
puberty.
Yeah. I wasn't. Well, it was before 25. That's when I had my first kid. So
yeah, I was gonna say. All right. Well, I guess that's all we got. I wanted to talk about Top Gun a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait.
We'll wait. I wanted to talk about Theo Vaughn.
We're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about.
We're gonna have to wait.
I watched that Daily Wire. What is a woman?
You did?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that.
That'll have to be a Patreon thing. That's too political.
Oh, it doesn't have to be political. I can just review it as a movie.
Well, that's true.
As a documentary.
Okay. But it won't happen that way.
Okay.
You know it's not going to happen that way.
Well, it's not great. It's not a great documentary.
Probably not.
It's fine.
The clips I've seen, it couldn't be.
Boy, can we just tell people to go see Top Gun?
Yeah.
Go see it.
Go see it. Yeah, you got to go see it. We'll give a review next week for sure.
Review it next week, but in the meantime, see it.
Go see it.
You will be happy that you did.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on the fence, don't be.
No, you want to see this in movie theaters.
This is an American classic movie theater popcorn. Get yourself some Sour Patch Kids.
Right.
Live a little.
Yeah. Large popcorn, large cherry Coke, Sour Patch Kids.
Watch Tom Cruise
Hide it from your friends.
pine about things.
Miles Teller's mustache.
Watch Tom Cruise be haunted by the past.
Yeah. Watch people flail on the beach. Men flailing their shoulders like this
Yeah.
on the beach. If you're not watching the podcast right now, you won't know what I'm doing, but
Watch men play a slightly similar sport on the beach. That's a little bit different enough.
yeah. That's so good.
Watch people ride motorcycles.
MiGs.
Watch
F-14 Tomcats.
Jennifer Connelly be way too good looking for
She
her
is
age.
so smoking. I was gonna text you that. I was literally gonna. I did stop myself, but I was like sitting there watching the movie. Yes, I just watched it yesterday, and I was getting ready to text you. I was like, Jennifer Connelly is so good looking. She hasn't aged.
No.
I mean, she has.
She's aged.
So you could tell she's aged. Not in a bad way.
Like a fine wine?
Oh, like a
Like a
cherry.
Bud Light seltzer. Hard.
Like a damn hard.
Cola.
Like a damn hard cherry cola seltzer Bud Light.
All right, we got to end this. Little son of a bitch. So don't forget the Snarf Talk coloring contest. Get your submissions in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll be back next week. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
I am going to a baseball game on Thursday night. Did I tell you about this?
Well, okay.
I got front row seats behind the dugout.
You told me that. I didn't know it was Thursday, though.
Thursday. So we probably won't be back next week.
Friday.
Isn't that the whole tournament situation?
Yeah, we'll skip.
Okay. So that's it. This is all 2 weeks from now. That's 2 weeks from now. Next week, I'll be here.
I have no idea your schedule, Christopher.
Next week, we have a game against Seneca. We can just do it right after the game.
So for this week...
For this week... wait, that's not how it goes. For Snarf Talk, I've been Chris.
I am Jerry.
See ya.
Bye.